Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like, hey, he said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Calling me, give you some love and you want all of it. I'm out here working, nigga, get a grip. I'm just trying to touch a mill and you just wanna coexist. I say you clingy and you contradict. Give you my heart, you think it's counterfeit. Give you my word and you won't trust in it. What's the point of loving me if you don't know what trust is? I need the ease please don't back down on me. I know you've got the attention I need. Put your pride aside for me. Oh, 'cause I need it. Put your pride aside for me. While I'm not trying to get at ease, know that I need it. Put your pride aside for me. You're insecure, it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to get it and you keep on saying, oh my love, it's never enough. I put up with you for too long, now I'm over it. You want affection, I need money, I'ma call it quits. That is, put your pride aside for me. That is, while I'm trying to get it, need it. That is, put your pride aside for me. Put it aside, put it aside, put it aside, put it aside, put it aside. Put your pride aside, put it aside. On me. Put your pride aside for me.
Move your body, don't nobody party like your body, pardon me, but I'm through. I got eyes on something that ain't you. I done seen how you move and heard about what you do. So I don't want no parts of that art. Hourglass figure, but not too smart. I done seen you with a couple of guys, couple of drinks, couple of hands all on your thighs. And I already see your next Vic. Free drinks and a couple of neck tricks. I'm not sure if you into it or into him, into deep or into them. All I know is in the interim, I have no interest to sink or swim. I can see the thirst on your face. Can't wait to catch it in the Me Too case. So I keep it moving in the 2-3 pace. Checking you ain't worth the deposit in that chase. You see my face. Yeah, you see my face.
I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be. I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be.
You stumbling, wondering what to think. Approaching, fumbling, food and drink. Slurring and sweating like you stink. Even if I did your gender, we ain't in sync. Be original, don't follow the crowd. Dope fiend, lean, smelling like that loud. I'm looking at your friends and they ain't that proud. Knowing next time they hang, you ain't allowed. So stop giving me the googly eyes, or you gon' force me to tell you a few of these lies. My crew know the mission like 3 or 4 spies. Heard your guy tell you that she don't work to the wise. That hard liquor and bad food, a bad mood. So I'm a stiff arm sidestep a bad mood. I'm trying to live my life, not catch an attitude. Normally I'm nice, but I'm about to get rude. Move your body.
I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be. I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be.
WIFTBPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Boy,
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. It's Monday. Actually, I don't mind Mondays. Unless it's Monday the 1st. Which means when I leave this show, it means it's payday. Alright, so this is Monday, so you don't even got to ask how I'm feeling this morning. You don't even need to ask. I woke up, I couldn't hardly sleep yesterday. Went downstairs, watched The Office, thought I was going to fall asleep, wound up watching Power episodes of The Office. Hey, man, these white people be crazy on that show. Have you ever watched The Office?
Mm-hmm.
I just did not realize how much of the world came from The Office. Like
It's
pop,
a bunch of pop
culture,
references.
like so much. And it just be like,
It's okay. And like, oh my God, I gotta watch The Office.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you, The Office got me through the pandemic. It got us through the first months of the pandemic because we watched all the seasons. Like we would just get up and binge watch a season a day. But it is the Maze Jackson Show on Monday, August 1st, which means that I saw a post and said somebody July came through and didn't even put up her stamp. I thought that was pretty funny because I don't know what happened to July. Actually, I know what happened to June. Then I took a break in July. You know, when you take a week off, like after a 4th, then it'd be like 11. Then it just be like once you pass 50, like it just be slippery slope. And the month is just out of there. So we are now entering August. I will be soon having a 17-year-old young man this month who has to pay his aunt for his car. So I can't wait for him to get his birthday money because I'm going to be standing right there like.
That's just right there.
Come, like, you could just go ahead and put that because, you know, he'd be looking forward to his birthday. I might as well just write a check to Aunt Neil.
I wouldn't even let him. That's just torture.
What?
He got to put it in his hand and then give it. It's a good responsibility, but torturous.
Hey, 17, 1 year from now, you're going to be, that's the part of writing, that's the part of adulthood that, you know, you got to teach them responsibility. Work hard, play hard. You like driving, right? There's a cost to it. You get up. That's the challenge, especially when you got something every day. You just get used to it and it be automatic, but if you take it away, so I could be like, you can keep it. You can keep the money, but give me the car then. Give me the keys. Now, sit on that for a week and think about whether you want to give up. You'll be scraping it together. I had to be hard like Aunt Neil because, you know, Aunt Neil be teaching lessons. I'll mess around and be like, here you go. But no, you got to do it. You got to do it. You getting ready to go to college. 17 years old running around here. All right. I don't know where the time went, but it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, on this Monday, August the 1st, in the building. It's my girl, Ruthie Moore. Ruthie Moore, how you feeling this morning?
Good. It's the first.
It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. What? You
got a song for everything.
I do. I really do.
You do. It's a fact.
It's the first of the month.
Your lyrics, you don't be hitting, but at least.
First of all,
your
blowing up.
Your harmony, your melody is decent. What is it?
I don't know, but
it's at least you get the tones of the songs, right?
It's
so
the first of the month. It's the first of them. I feel like y'all. That's why they have a karaoke club. I feel like I need to join it. It's like not an actual physical club. It's actually a club. I mean, it's like you join it because you like to be in karaoke, but you can't really be karaoke.
I'm with you. Karaoke is fun.
So, we're going to be having that at Obsidian, too, just so you know, on Thursday nights. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. That's my girl, Ruthie Moore. Ruthie Moore, I got to say what's up to our man, DJ Riis, the ruler in the building. DJ Riis, the ruler, how you feeling today?
Blessed by the best, you already know the rest. How y'all doing today?
I'm good, man. Hey, Riis, so I was out this weekend, and so first of all, let me tell you something. I'm going to just tell y'all about me, Maze Jackson. If you coming up to talk to me about me, that's one thing, right? So I had a guy come up, Riis. I went to the HBCU joint, right? I first of all, it was so much going on, and I feel some kind of way that I don't know that I was invited to everything, but I'm not even tripped there. I do feel like though I'm glad that me and Carrie wound up going to the HBCU joint, and it was actually fun. I just need to let y'all know I'm honorary Jackson State from now on.
How you get to?
I decided that because Jackson State took good care of me. Like I went to the joint and it was like all these HBCUs, the only people who got me a plate, Jackson State. They was like, oh man, let me show you some hospitality. I ain't bring no beer. I feel terrible. I felt like I wanted to contribute. They was like, nah, you can't even contribute. This Jackson State. And my name Jackson too. I mean, it was like plates, desserts, you name it, I got it. I was like, I was looking for the XU tent. Let me tell you how funny that was. Michelle Flagg, who be with us. Michelle came out there. First of all, she be false flagging because she be claiming U of I when I be saying ILL. If you grad school or law school, I don't know if I'm letting you count that too much. Especially when you be, I just came out here and I saw a tent. I saw everybody's tent. She drove home and went to get a Spelman tent because it wasn't a Spelman tent out there. But while I was out there, Thank Nabbit, and I can't think of the brother's name, but he listened to the show every day. And he was like, Maze, I am with you. He was like, I came out here Vince was like, man, look, bro, this brother he said he heard you on the radio yesterday. He was like, he has been here waiting to see you talk. So, I was feeling all good. And, he was like, Maze, you are my man. You the man. I'm with you all the time, except for 25% of the time.
Not 25.
He said, I'm with you 75% of the time, but 25% of the time, I'm not.
That is a very specific percentage.
I was a little bothered, though. I was like, so what you with the other 20? You know, I was kind of like, well, what else is there? Riis, turn my thing up. Turn my switch. Make sure my switcher is up. Because I'm about to play a video out that's in the switcher. So I was out there, I'm talking, and you know, I was feeling all good about myself, but I was trying to figure out this 25%. So as I was trying to figure out the 25%, I was like, why don't you tell me what's the 25%? Riis, you got me up? Here goes my man from you did yesterday on Saturday from the HBCU.
Riis the Ruler. Say what's up to Riis the Ruler.
Rick the Ruler, hey, we in this together, brother.
Hey, Riis with the Haydens. What's up?
I named them haters because they was like, Mace, we love you 75% of the time. But you know my man, Riis the Ruler, I'm with him 25% of the time. And he did it so good the first time, I made him go back. It was like, you know how you wish you had because at first he was like, you know, I'm blessed by the best, you already know the rest. And then, you know, you put the spotlight on them, then they forget. But his girl was like, oh no, I'm getting in this. So hold on, let me get you one more time. I'm going to show you because, man, Riis, see, this is my thing.
Riis the Ruler. Say what's up to Riis the Ruler.
Rick the Ruler, hey, we in this together, brother.
Hey, Riis with the Haydens. What's up?
Cause let me tell you, they was with you know what the 75%, the 25% was? What? Richard Irvin. I was like, what? Yeah, man, I'm with Riis on Richard Irvin. What? But I just need to tell you, it was fun to be out there. And I was like, you should have seen them the first time, though. If I could have got the first one on the natural reaction, you would have really
I was going to actually show up, man. That would have been pretty cool.
Hey, I'm telling you. Y'all, we got to, okay, then I'm going to just tell you. The Uber driver, the Uber driver, when she came, she was like, I was standing outside. She was like, oh my God. She pulls up. I'm standing outside. She like, oh my God, Mace Jackson. Oh my, Alice. And then Carrie, oh my God. Carrie. She said, no, it was wonderful though. She was like, I voted for you because of the way he loved you. I was like, see, I'm just unappreciated. Right? I was like, look at that. No, it was crazy. It was like, she straight up screamed when she pulled up. And I was a little nervous at first, like, you know. But it was pretty dope. All right, y'all. So it was a good weekend. Man, I plan to go to, shout out to New Era Chicago. Shout out to everybody who came for coffee and donuts and a discussion up at Obsidian on Saturday morning. We got a new coffee percolator. So we no more having to go get the coffee. It was cool because it was like, and everybody was like, this coffee is really good.
Really? Okay, good.
So now it's just who gonna make the donuts. I was just thinking we could have breakfast now.
Somebody making donuts now?
You know, black people is ingenuitive. You know, somebody gonna mess around, get the oven, make the biscuit bread. You know how you make the donuts out of the biscuits? At a Hungry Jack Biscuits. You ever seen that? You punch a hole in it and you can too. You can do that too.
I've seen them fried.
All right, well, maybe I'll learn something new. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, DJ Riis the Ruler. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. We are up, and away. I want to get the engines up, and then I want you to fly to complete silence mode. And we're going to double the silence mode because we got to say rest in peace to Nichelle Nichols. You know her as Lieutenant Uhuru from Star Trek, the black woman born in Robbins, Illinois. I hope that the mayor of Robbins is going to be having they should make that like a Star Trek pilgrimage. Take it, like find our house, do something, hook it up, and then make it a tourist attraction. And then Boston Celtics, so hard to say Boston Celtics great Bill Russell, knowing how Boston treated him. Right? Like they broke in his house, and even after he won a championship and took a dump on his bed. You hear about that?
No.
They were so mad at they so racist in Boston that they broke into Bill Russell's house after the championship and took a squat on his bed.
Wow.
kind of crazy, right? But those were the fight. But Bill Russell was one of those athletes who stood with Jim Brown and Muhammad Ali and all of those. He was always been a freedom fighter since the beginning. Player, coach, 11 rings. He went through the worst of it. Nichelle Nichols. Let's take a moment of silence for both of them. May the ancestors be pleased. That's how you say it? I think.
That was nice.
Okay. May the ancestors be pleased. Regime change in the Democratic Party, Illinois. Robin Kelly did not even go to the fight. She resigned. She acknowledged that she withdrew from the race on Friday afternoon after it became apparent that she would not have the votes to win. We're going to talk about that, and we'll play her speech from the walk around. I will play her speech. Lollapalooza, 10-year deal. Ruthie, they said for the 20. So we make like $200 million. Wait a minute, $20 million a year, because they said since it's been going, and I think it's been since 2010, we've made $2.2 billion. Now, I think we did the math last year, and they do like, what is it? 700,000 people times $200 a ticket, right? They just guaranteed generational wealth for the producers of Lollapalooza. That was funny. That's all good though, but think about that. Now, I hope that there is a multiplier effect there. So, I saw Cousin Juan there, she does her thing there. I hope that those billions trickle to the black vendors that were there too. So, like, I hope that, like, I saw black vendors out there, right? I hope that it was so profitable that is, like, there's events like that can make your whole year. So absolutely. I hope that 10-year deal locked in some other people so that they can get a 10-year contract. So they can be like, I got a 10-year deal with Lollapalooza. Give me the loan so I can build me a brick and mortar ice cream shop or whatever I do. Or whatever, make it just so that I hope that isn't just because, again, we get, what, 20 million off of it a year? And they get almost $750 million a year? Like, walk away? Think about that, Ruthie. Like, just think if you just had an event. Just think if they just walk away with $250 million every year.
Straight cash.
Right. And you think about if you had all I want to know, can I get the heroin concierge service? That's already locked up. Why did y'all make that face? Because
I'm just making sure I heard you
say
correctly.
The heroin concert, like, what they supposed to bring you heroin? I'm confused on
now, did y'all just tell me last week that it's a concierge service for everything? So if you get a 10-year contract, you could go straight to Colombia, call the cartels, be like, look,
wait.
I got a 10-year. Ruthie, it's a safe zone.
But
But
why would you need to go to Colombia? The cartels is in Chicago.
Hold on, because I'm trying to get my product direct. Look, 10-year deal. I want to be, 10 years, I can guarantee you 10 years of Lala. I don't want to have to go through no middleman.
You think people are already thinking about
I think they wrote it into the deal. I think, do you think if I'm sitting here and I don't have anything to do with the business, somebody they made it a heroin prosecution free zone.
Why are you picking heroin out of all the drugs as that?
It's the best opioid for the because it's the clean drug for the I
don't think people doing heroin like that at Lala.
Really?
Maybe pills.
Okay, well,
maybe coke.
Okay, so then I want that concierge service. Whatever. I see. That just tell you how much I don't know about it. I just thought I thought it was an opioid. I thought they was opioided.
I mean, I could be
wrong. Can I get the fentanyl contract?
I don't think the age demographic for Lala is. I don't think heroin is their drug of choice. But I could be wrong.
So do I need MDMA contract?
That's what you probably need.
Okay, I just want to get one of the. I want the pharmaceutical contract for, or Give me the contract to provide the services for overdose, and I want to pay per.
I think that's the health department.
No, but I'm sure they contracted. That's a contract, yo.
Everything is a contract.
Right. I bet that contract.
Who printed them signs?
And you got to keep it low. And you got to do them. If they overdose, you can't tell nobody. So the confidentiality agreement is off the chain.
I mean, there's a niche for everything.
Right. I had the wrong niche. Okay, I'm sorry. I want the other concierge service. What I don't want is to know what the monkeypox spread is like from that.
Did they have a monkeypox tent there?
No, they didn't have no damn monkeypox because it was a safe drug, no COVID, and monkeypox free zone. I don't know what they got in the Lollapalooza ticket that protects you from all of those things.
Did it really say it was monkeypox free? Or you
I'm saying I'm just
okay. I'm about to say, how did they guarantee
that?
I
mean, they said skin to skin contact, and did you see anybody with a shirt on that had sleeves? No.
Maybe they ain't have no open wounds or nothing on their skin.
Did you see that picture? Did you see that video of the girl on the train with the lady with monkeypox, and she was like, "I'm just buying me a hazmat suit because people don't care." Oh, girl had and she's sitting on the train with, and then when she saw a video tape, she's New York City.
I was listening to somewhere they declared it a state of emergency, and the dude was like, "Just wear more clothes."
Hey man, did you see that? Let me tell you. Somebody said though, at least with the monkeypox, you ain't got to convince people to stay in because they scared to be ugly before they scared to die.
Not the lady on the train.
Woo! That was unbelievable. I was just like,
she probably had to get somewhere. Really? Why else would she be on the train?
Cause she wanna.
You think she on the train like, oh, I'm finna intentionally spread this?
Well, I think you have to be. She had to get somewhere with monkeypox.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right, I'm on the train. That's exactly why I drive a car. You public? Nah. Yep. Okay.
I think I'm more scared of getting some violence on the train versus monkeypox.
Shoot. These crazy people. If you just needed to see. Look, all I saw is that girl who they showed her progression in Atlanta. I remember they had her meme on social, and it's like it starts, they da-da-da, I was like, oh, Jesus, God, please, I don't even want to see this. And they said it's cracking in Atlanta right now. Like, man, please. You got me confused. Lottery winner. One winner. $1.34 billion. Des Plaines, Illinois. Yo. I mean, for real. One winner. $1.34 billion. You walking. Joe. I mean, all right, anybody got somebody missing in action?
Yeah. Man, listen, I would have won that. I would have came in here with like 5 different people. You turn on his mic. You turn on her mic.
No, you would. He probably be like, you let his hair out. You break that camera. You turn. Let me tell you what. That's not doing on in there. You be sitting in my chair like, it's my show now. This is Good Morning. Welcome. It's Blessed by the Best. You already know the rest. This is DJ Riis the Ruler. This is now my block.
It's a lot of money, though.
Hey, Joe.
A lot of money. That's life-changing for sure.
It's a whole lot of money.
Hey, Ruthie, a song for everything, right?
Everything.
It's a whole lot of money in this month. Yeah, I'm telling you. B.I. Man, boy. I don't even do that to myself. When it's that much, I don't even want to be looking at the ticket to be disappointed. Because you know how you just make yourself have that I could just be the one. And don't get like 3 numbers.
Oh.
That would make me just, I don't even want to talk about it. All right. Do you know what the Monument of the Standing Beast is?
The Monument of the Standing Beast?
Monument is called the Monument with the Standing Beast. Do you know what that is? Riis, do you know what that is? How long you been in Chicago, Ruthie? Long time, right? I didn't know. So you ever seen that white blobby statue out in front of the Thompson Center? It's like white. It looked like a jigsaw puzzle / That's called the Monument of the Standing Beast. It was created by sculpturist Jean Dubuffet. It's moving. Since Google bought they like, you better get this mess up out of here.
Where's it going?
It's going by the old Bank of America building. On LaSalle. But I always used to be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
I felt it was like, dog, who said we taking that?
It never appealed to me enough to go explore it.
Okay.
To look at it.
You know which one I like? The Picasso. When we was kids, we used to come downtown and go run up it and slide down.
What?
Yeah, it would be slick. And like all the kids from the suburbs would come to, like when all the people from downtown was gone, then you would come with your church and you'll go to the Picasso. And then like it would be snowing and you could run up the side and then slide down and you'll see us. It was fun. We used to have a good time. Then we went to Old Town where I learned a lot about things that I shouldn't have known back in the day. I was like, what is that? I'll never forget. Never mind. I won't even tell y'all. All right, y'all. Did you see Joe Biden's COVID rebounded? I.e. not he rebounded from COVID, but COVID rebounded on him. He's tested positive for COVID twice.
I saw that.
Got to ask you a question.
What?
How close do you think Kamala's fingers are to being crossed? You think she like this?
I don't think she want it.
Shoot, you come on now. I don't care what you say. If you a politician and you had a chance to be the Riis, if you Kamala, Joe Biden got COVID twice, crossing your fingers or no? No, you know what? Don't even ask Riis because you jinxed us. You actually don't let Riis do it because if you put your arms up, you saw what happened last time. You saw what happened. You saw when you was trying to get Justin. Let me leave Riis alone because you know you mess around and have old Joe. I take everything back I just said. I take everything back. I take everything back because I'm Riis.
Nah, Joe good. He'd be all right. But I probably wouldn't go.
She like this?
How recent was it?
He had COVID, then they said it was gone. Then he came back. Remember on Friday they said he had gotten off his 5 days. This morning they say that his COVID rebounded because he took the drug and it brought it back, which is he tested positive. But I've always, when you took COVID, they used to say you could get it for up to 3 months. You could test positive. So I was like, how y'all gonna know if he really got COVID or not? I want to see the test. I want to see it. Run around here spreading.
They just trying to keep him in the White House.
Keep him in the bubble. Do not let him buy the steps anymore.
This man right here, no bicycles.
They need to stop telling his business.
Put somebody behind him so he won't shake hands with the air.
How about COVID is a violent? Has the COVID threw all of the what's them rules?
HIPAA.
They threw every HIPAA rule in the world out. They be like, your status is.
Well, that's what happens when you, with the whole vaccination piece too.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you, is Joe double boosted? That's what I need to know.
He is double boosted.
Because normally they talk about, he's double boosted.
You know, he remdesivir. He got all the stuff.
So if he got, so he got all the stuff.
He got Paxamaxic.
He getting all the antibody packets. As soon as he get it, all the peptides, I don't even know what that is.
And viral
he still
load.
got it again? Come on now.
No one's safe. At least he didn't go to. At least he didn't go to Lala.
Especially if your immune system is. How old is he?
Lord, don't mess with that man. All right, y'all. It is the Maze Jackson Show. And then did you see Ruthie? Sometimes it's going. They're taking down their paywall and they're going subscription based. So you can only read the article and they'll give you like a snippet. Mm-hmm. And then if you pay, you can get the whole thing. But it ain't gonna be like go to the page and you can't.
You said the Sun Times?
Yep. They're changing the model
because they need money.
They said it's been the most effective model. So y'all hear that? They said that they would, even though they have 2 million people viewers, they'd rather get 100,000 subscribers because that would finance them. It's interesting because I've been thinking about that just a lot about the whole conversion to a paid. You dig, but will people pay? And if they won't, or for the people, what I do the show for 100 paid people or live for 300. Be interested. So it's all something to talk about and something to think about. But the model has changed. There is no more 25-cent, 50-cent newspaper. You ain't subscribing. You out of there. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages. We'll say what's up to the Saints. Plus, get to the social media question of the day after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break. Mace Jackson.
Tune in to the Mace Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, it's the Mace Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Mace said. We out of here. Peace.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion has to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media Radio? The time is now 6:44 a.m. And I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. As we head over to sports, the Cubs will lose 4-0 to the Giants as the White Sox win 4-1 against the Athletics. Chicago Sky will score the final 9 points in OT to win 95-92 against the Connecticut Suns. Let's head over to traffic now on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop will be 22 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 20 on the Edens. Inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange and back will be 28 minutes both directions. The Eisenhower Thorndale to the Loop, 31 minutes, 28 minutes to Thorndale. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 34 minutes. Outbound will be 30. The Bishop Ford, I-82, the Dan Ryan, 34 minutes, 24 minutes to I-80, while the Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South, 55th to Jackson will be 7 minutes. Jackson to 55th will also be 7. And 8 minutes north, that's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather is currently 74 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 86 with a low of 69. Expect light scattered showers throughout the day. I'm Reese the Ruler. Back to the Mace Jackson Show.
Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. Gethsemane, to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, to Golgotha, oh, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need, somebody else needs you for another.
You are listening to the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, plus my girl, Ruthie Moore. And I got to say what's up to all the saints at WBGX 1570 AM. You catch us every day, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 8 a.m. That's right, 6:30 to 8 a.m. We are live on WBGX 1570 AM. You can also get us on the TuneIn app. That's WBGX Big Gospel Express. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Let me also tell you, got to say what's up. What's up to all the sinners. Now, the sinners get here at 6, and they got to stay. They get here early at 6, got to stay till 9. And they catch us every day on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. That's right. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Take a moment, y'all. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Share the broadcast with your friends. Why are you tripping? Yeah, I be tripping, man. I remember I used to have like 100 shares a day. I'd be like at 16, but I got the same amount of views. So, but that's not the point. So that means if you would share, we'll have more views and more viewers to hear more stuff. Unless, y'all just want to keep it all to yourself. That's how y'all be. You know how black people be like, don't tell nobody about my spot. Don't tell nobody. Why you don't want to tell nobody about your spot? Because you don't want the savages.
Dang.
Man, old boy his story was so real. So real. That's why we got to have private. It's like you want to open the doors to everybody, but everybody don't got the same rules. So you got to just make sure we share the same value system. But thank you to everybody who is tuning in to the Maze Jackson Show every day. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your listening. We appreciate the fact that, you wake up every day, 6 o'clock in the morning to be with us, which is why I wake up every day at 4 o'clock to be ready for y'all to get here at 6. Whew. All right. Y'all, a lot has happened this weekend, and I know that we kind of did the preliminary layout of what was happening, but I really feel kind of bad, Ruthie. I how they say revenge is a dish best served cold, and sometimes you talk about the chickens coming home to roost, like karma is a mug, all of those things. You know how you got to answer for all of it. When
vengeance is mine, all of it.
Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. All those good. When it's time and you want revenge, and I gotta tell you,
ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun.
I gotta tell you, and I'm gonna be frank. When I saw the black people in the last cycle that we were involved in who were not supportive of a candidate that I cared significantly about, and they were black, and I saw them standing next and hugged up next to the opposition, I felt a certain kind of way. Like, when when you see a quality black person and you feel like, man, all the black people should be wanting to love and support this person, but they be like, no, I got my own political alliances, blah, 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 blah. So, I've told you before that I will not bring a rope to a lynching, but to watch what happened to Robin Kelly this week, as she was summarily, matter of fact, she laid down her sword and didn't even attempt to fight it. And she was summarily dismissed as the one year after people celebrated the historic election of the first black woman chairman of the Democratic Party of Illinois. She was summarily removed and dismissed by a woman of color, a Latina, Lisa Hernandez. Now, I recall as during this last election cycle, as I warned us and cautioned us about the alliances that some of our friends were making with other people. I have told you the story about when they have a choice, they're always going to pick themselves. We always feel like we have to have some level of honor. Our word to each other means nothing. Our bond to each other means nothing when we talk about our word to other people. So I gotta tell you, there were a lot of people who called last week asking me to amplify the race component of what was happening with Robin Kelly and the party. Because quite frankly, a lot of people were like, see, this is what you talk about. This is what you talk about all the time. Maze, we're getting ready to get put out. And remember and exactly what I have been talking about for the last 5 years played out in front of our faces, but I could not bring myself to enter the fray because this picture was playing in my head. And I'm going to take off my name badge because I want you to see the comment. And the comment that aligns with the picture from Dr. Robin Kelly says, shout out to my favorite Democrats. And I want you to look at the picture. And the only black person in the picture is Lauren Underwood. But I want you to look at Dr. Kelly's favorite Democrats. And then I want you to imagine when someone approaches me and asks me to jump into the fray. Now, mind you, a lot of people wanted me to jump into the fray as they watched the same people that were her favorite Democrats do her in. And so I felt really bad this weekend because all last week we didn't amplify the situation. We talked about it. We didn't take a side. I arranged it. I broke it down for you. But I got to tell you, it was kind of a sad day in Illinois politics to watch her summarily dismissed. Do y'all remember in Maryland when I told y'all the story about how the Democrats tried to convince black Democrats to vote against the first black speaker of the House there in exchange in support of a white lesbian labor leader? And I'll check it out. Remember, we had them on the show. And the head of the party threatened black legislators that if they did not support the white lesbian union leader over their own black colleague, that she would cut their funding. And they told her, kick rocks. Because they finally learned to put black. They understood that their blackness superseded the democraticness, and if they took the power seat, then they would not have to be beholden because they had the power. But what the trick of the devil is always to convince you that you will lose if you rely on your people. Why? Because they know they can always fracture your people while holding all of the other groups together. Look, crack the blacks, y'all stick together, and we will get what we want. Y'all remember do y'all remember the Maryland House of Representatives? We actually, and remember it was it Elijah Cummings' wife who, the person who died, he was a black leader, and his wife was trying to threatening black people that if they did not, because she wanted to protect her power within the party, but the way she protected her party within the power was by threatening the black people for the white people. Now, I want to go back. Ruthie, I'm going to post this picture one more time. If you look at this picture and it says Dr. Robin Kelly on Twitter shouted out to her favorite Democrats. Now this didn't happen this week. This is an older picture. But this is who she chose to surround herself with as she went into battle. How many of these people were there for her in the end? How many of those people could she rely on? And when you look at the people who are in the mix, they're still in the mix. She is now gone. She helped them win. And now guess what, family? She's gone. I watched as progressive black Democrats in the last minutes hurled allegations of racism. Right? Like the same progressive Democrats who were just a month ago proclaiming the same people that were cutting their throats were their allies, were taking pictures, were endorsing. And now we saw none of those people come to the aid. And as the black legislators and as they began to recognize that the noose was already on their necks and the lynching was already in progress, then they started throwing out allegations of racism. But remember who you told us your best friends were. So now all the black people who should be coming to your aid and assist said, remember? So wait. So now what you want is me to run up to the hill because now you've recognized what I've been telling you for the last 6 months. And so now, even as we recognize what is happening, is this my battle to get into? And so now what you see is, Ruthie, I'm going to tell you. And then as soon as the black people started claiming racism, guess what happened? The white folks chill. Because guess what? They still straight. They got a progressive rep now. They got an ally because Chewy, after all of, and I just need for y'all to understand because I'm going to tie this all together. Y'all been running around here claiming black progressive, blah, 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 woo-wop-de-wham. Do y'all know who is putting the noose around black necks right now?
Who?
All the people that get to use Harold Washington as part of their legacy.
What?
Who does Chewy claim?
He's still
claiming Harold Washington? So David Orr, right? These were creations of that David Orr, who is behind the other half of the Chewy. So the alliance that y'all don't see is the David Orr Chewy Garcia alliance of progressive Democrats and socialists. David Orr so let me back up. So now we wake up on August 1st. Hey, Ruthie, did you know on June 29th, black progressive Democrats were celebrating with the same people that murdered them on July 29th? 1 month later, you were dead. 1 month. I just want to point out this. 1 month from the date on which you were thinking that you were celebrating with your allies, they slayed your queen in front of you. And even as you reached out to people, all the people was looking around like, wait, you want us to help now? You want to claim racism now? Same people that was writing letters, who was writing letters. Remember when I told you, you cannot allow people to take your argument, because now, remember when I told y'all about people of color? Now the black people crying. Now the black progressives are crying because you aligned yourself with everybody but us. You took pride in it. You took pride in being a black progressive. Well, now I got to ask you, how did that leave us all at the end of this election cycle where our whole community politically is in a state of rubble? Rubble. So much so that the most powerful black woman in the Democratic Party, the chairman of the Democratic Party, was aligned where? Could not stand up, could not put a sword, could not protect the black woman, and quiet as it's kept, she didn't want to because she was mad because she sided with Lori Lightfoot against in the world. And so here we lie in ashes all together. Because can I tell you what? We all niggas today. We all niggas today. We are. No, I'm just, because people was feeling like they was special. Oh no, come on now. I'm representative with such and such. Look, wait, y'all taking pictures today? So now, because I never got to this, because this really was supposed to be a question. So Riis, hit the button. I'm going to ask the question, and then we're going to go back to break. But Ruthie, it has taken every stitch of me to not. It has taken every stitch of me not to go and find all of these black progressive endorsements of all of their progressive people when they stood against black folks, because they felt like they had the shiny buttons on their suits. We cool. They could never align. And can I tell y'all what? This is the... I want y'all, like, politically. I want everybody now. So you got your spot, but you have no chiefs anymore. None. And we still, where was y'all chief at? Where was the most powerful black? Do you think that happens if we got a John Stroger? You think at least somebody gonna convene the people? Y'all about to lose. Because I mean, again, she had nobody to call because she went against everybody. So you go against your whole community for these people who still, they kicking it. You think they not gonna take care of colorless campaign operatives? Don't lose when their boss loses. They get another job. Meanwhile, who black was on the team? So now the social media question of the day, Riis. Go ahead, hit the button for me.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Did black Democrats learn any lessons this political cycle? Because I think they owe us an explanation. You know, like, I want to hear, like, what were you thinking? Who was the brain trust behind the black political? Who is thinking black politics from a holistic standpoint? You owe us a plan because y'all have given away our future right? Like, you think about the next upcoming black elected officials, the young people, that if I was a young person, I'd be looking like, you want me to be with you? It's probably better for a young black person to be a black and brown than a black. Can you tell us who are our existing allies right now? Like, who is our team? Because it ain't enough for us to do it by ourselves. So who are our friendships? Because here's the thing. Where the black Democrats got confused was, remember I told you in MLI, the Latinos used to be like, look, if it all come down to anything, we got something in common. And so while people thought of Lisa Hernandez as a traditional Madigan Democrat, guess what they were able to do? Talk and come together for their own best interest. They could fight all day long, but they was like, we're going to fight over the power between us. But now, you got to watch Lisa Hernandez in the House, because could she now be positioned to be a wedge for the speaker? But I'm going to let that be for right now. I'm going to let that be. We have no infrastructure. So right now, all of our elected officials are at the mercy. The party is run by not anyone that is going to protect you. Is going to help you or value add to you.
They'll help you but you got to bow down.
How do they help you? If you're black, you bow down and you still lost.
They'll help you personally. Like, I think now they just gonna pick us off. Like,
but the chief of letting us get picked off is all of our black people in those spots are surrounded by people that can go switch to the other side tomorrow.
Which they will.
Which they are doing.
Especially if they don't bow, like if you don't do what they say, like,
and then
kind of at their mercy a little bit.
And then what happens is your young political staffers then claim and blast you, and then they'll say they'll Karen you. What did Beyonce say? Karen done turned into a terrorist?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, she did. They turn into terrorists because then they hold the black elected officials hostage. Because guess what? They knew you killed all your kids in the cradle. Finally, we have no alignments, and what is our bond as black people in politics? Like, what is the unbreakable bond that we share with each other? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Should I have gotten into the fight? If you say, like, if I look around, you know what makes me get into the fight? I'd be like, who on your team that we care about? Who was on Robin Kelly's team that anybody black cared about? You think about it. Her own township committeeman did not step up to support her. The largest vote-getting demographics that JB needs felt no fear of repercussion from black people. But guess what? It wasn't no reason, because she been hanging with her favorite Democrats. So what we supposed to do? The question becomes, did black Democrats learn any lessons this political cycle? Did you? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Plus, when we come back, y'all, in case y'all did not see David Moore, let me tell you. Do we want to do David Moore first? No, we're gonna do Robin Kelly's bow out of the race when we come back, and then we'll talk about David Moore and all of the other things. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me.
Maze Jackson.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
I want to know, is there an offensive black people list? Who manages it, and do black people have to honor it?
Maze. You're Uncle Tom. That's why you're an offensive. And the reason why you're Uncle Tom is the real story of Uncle Tom.
how he worked for his freedom, and then the slave master reneged on him and wouldn't let him get his freedom. So you know what he did? He left. You're messing with the church's money. You were smart enough to work your way off, so you offended the white folks, and then you offended the black folks because your ass left, and because they wouldn't. And who manages the left is both black folks and white folks, because if you see in that situation, the black folks is just as mad as the white slave owner that Uncle Tom left.
What happens if you say that and someone gets offended?
You ran off the plantation, brother. That's why you're offensive. That's all I got, brother. Keep being offensive.
Thank you.
Maze Jackson.
I'm feeling good, y'all. Smiling more every day. Closer to my dreams. Hey, guapole, the food tastes better. I stopped smoking squares. Healing from the inside out, making repairs. I forgave some people. Thanked them for the lessons, cause holding on to it was blocking my blessings. No more stressing. Worry dishonors God, so I don't. I just pray, and I'm loving my odds. Mingle with like minds, gravitate where light shines. Graduate, masters, your rhymes ain't like mine. Big Dank from the west side. This is my best self. Taking vacations, hoping the rest helps. Got a career now, loving what's ahead. My spirit is free from the stuff that I shared.
I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about.
I'm feeling so good now, walking on higher ground. Got out the country, visit some new towns, made some new friends, let go of some bad ones. Soon as that took place, everything got fun. My life started going up, opportunities showing up. I'm back where I wanna be, no headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie, it's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love, it feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio, this ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day, blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much, now I got much to say. Raised my credit score, got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive, well call me a magnet. Plug into an outlet, living life outright. All on my kid Cudi, focusing day and night. Right?
Now ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about.
Feel good. See, my state gets busy. That's the cardinal rule.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve.
Wake
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, as well as Ruthie Moore in the building. And I want y'all to give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Did black Democrats learn any lessons this political cycle? Everybody lost. No, everybody lost. Like, I feel like I feel a certain way, and I told you that as all this stuff was happening, people were blowing up my phone, they was posting, they was sending me stuff in my inbox. Sending me stuff in my inbox saying, Maze, can you believe this? Can you see what's happening? I was like, what you telling me for? I was like, what are you, right? When I try to tell y'all, like, all of this stuff, then everybody runs from me. When everybody was writing letters and all type of stuff, I was just like, man, so we gonna act like this is not happening in real life? And when we allow people to take our argument, take our narrative, what we know is happening, and tell you can't even talk about what is happening to you. You cannot even say ouch, or you will be we sit down and sit by and watch as we get slaughtered by the same people that are banding together over their own collective interests. So what banner does Chewy's organization meet under? Poof. Do they meet under the premise that it's they are meeting because of what? For whose empowerment? Because if I say it, y'all going, and if we say it, then it becomes, we feel we must address. I feel like who gets, like, do y'all understand? Everybody's on the battlefield. Like, we got murdered this election cycle. Within a month, you watched all the gains of your George Floydness go away. They couldn't have pulled it last year because we were still George Floyd. People through with that. They done. You got your Black Caucus. You got your crime wave going on. No. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Did black Democrats learn any lessons this political cycle? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. What's up, caller?
What's up, bro? What's going on, Ruthie? What's up, Riis?
What up, Devil?
Hey, man. The answer is a loud, resounding no. They ain't learned. They haven't learned anything because they refuse. They refuse to understand the number one Maze law. They are not your friends. Black people are programmed to destroy each other. And that's why, like you said, we can't have a conversation and then have an understanding. So we're going to have a conversation. My attempt is to destroy you. And then when there's nobody else, then we want to blame somebody else. And the whole time they just going to sit back like, see, I knew that's exactly what you would do. And then they can just knock you off. And then they got all the control. And that's exactly what happened. So they haven't learned because they don't trust the unity of black people and the money. And you got to add the money part in there too. But the main part is they don't trust black people that's not like them. So they haven't hit rock bottom yet. I bet if we put on the board the next puzzle pieces to fall, they'll fall the same way. That's why you haven't heard from Black Party leadership, because it's nothing that they can say. And if anybody asks them a question, especially from new black media, they will demonstrate
that they are not accountable to us. They are in fight or flight mode, and they thinking about what the parachute gonna look like.
Man, bro, that it is unbelievable to me. Like, can I ask a question? Thank you. First of all, Devo, thank you.
Ask a question.
Where is Tony Preckwinkle?
Hey man, hey, bro, hey.
What up?
Hey, y'all come out to Obsidian. Mm-hmm. Hey, that was a great discussion this past weekend, and I think that's a good tool to kind of work some different things out. But like I said, man, ain't nobody trying to come up in that lion's den and sit down with real people and challenge their thoughts and challenge their perspectives. People ain't built for that. So they'll sit in their little echo chamber and be like, oh, we know what's best for y'all, and we know how politics work, and y'all don't. In the meantime, we get slaughtered on the battlefield, bro. I'm out, dog. Do y'all thing, man.
That is Devin Gordine. Y'all check him out. Hey, man, I just wondered, did we learn? Let me, is it, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Riis, I'm going to, because we ain't figured out what's going on with the dig. So what I'm going to do is I am going to play for our audience Robin Kelly's final speech as the chairperson of the Democratic Party of Illinois. The only thing that comes to my mind when I hear this speech is agrarian. Like, we are gatherers, planters, and gatherers. She got warlorded up out this spot. And she, like, I got to tell you that part of the reason that she probably shouldn't have been in the spot is because of the way she got put out the spot. Like, she got out politicked as the chairman of the political party. Like, sis, this is not...
Well, remember how she got in the spot? It was controversial in the first place.
Which was what?
Fighting against Dick Durbin versus...
She was
J.B. Pritzker and them. Like, it's like we be pawns in these bigger plays until we get pawned it out. And it's like,
and then you sitting there,
right. But you said queen. I'm telling you that we are pawns.
That's your queen, though. That was the queen that y'all was holding. This y'all at. Well, we got one more. But queen.
I mean, ain't it symbolic though? Like,
yep.
Our queens are really pawns on the larger chessboard,
and they're pawns, and at the same time, they're pawns against the warriors too. Like, they become the tool that cuts the warrior out. And then when I tell you, when y'all ain't got no warriors left, then what do? Take your space. Look, y'all, I'm gonna play Robin Kelly's last speech. No, I'm just saying. Like, y'all ain't who was the tough black man in her meetings? Who was the person they was looking across to me like, don't cross her? Who, like, real talk. So if you gonna be the warrior princess, who is the swordsman?
Danny Davis.
Well, he don't got a sword, he got a cane. So our swordsman is using his, is it petrified wood? Right? Can it stand up to Valyrian steel? Like, and they gonna give you, that's who the warrior they pick for you. They said, this is your, what, well, you know how when they be like, it's a fight to the death. Choose your champion. They gave us D-Dub and D-Dub. And then they put Bobby Rush to take D-Dub because Bobby Rush is now the vice chairman of the party. So his price was make me vice chairman. But my thing is this. Cuz you took vice chair. You older than her. Shouldn't you be at least the secretary or the treasurer? Because you ain't never getting the spot if she...
I cannot believe that.
What you mean you can't believe it? What do you mean you can't believe it?
I mean, he was out here stumping for her to get out. I ain't know it's because he was getting something.
Ruthie.
Jeezy Pete's.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Don't make me start asking questions. Look, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. Let's play, though, Robin Kelly's speech. And I just want y'all to understand. First of all, we got to get some Chicago niggas in this mug. At least Illinois. Because this sounded so New York. Oh,
was just like, Jesus, this really? Like, okay, so here though, and can I tell you, I think Robin Kelly is one of the nicest people in the world, and I think that's part of the problem. Like, she was playing hopscotch, they was playing hand grenades. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, here we go. We can ready to play us some Robin Kelly. So you got my mic up already. So y'all bear with me since our technology done went to hell in a handbasket.
One of the first things I did was get in my car and drive south for a listening tour. When I was elected to this position last year, one of the first things I did was get in my car and drive south for a listening tour. I've been all over the state before, having gone to college in Peoria, served in Springfield, and I've lived in the south suburbs for many years. So I knew Illinois pretty well. But on that listening tour, I got the opportunity to visit new towns and see new places I'd never been to before. I heard a lot of things that first listening tour, but the thing that stuck out the most to me was how many people came up to me and said things to the effect of, I've never seen anyone from the state party here before, let alone the chair. People were so excited just to feel like their party saw them, heard them, and cared enough to show up for them. When this body elected me, I promised to make the Democratic Party of Illinois more active, more inclusive, and more transparent in everything we did. I know that we have made dramatic progress toward that vision, and we have done it in a very short time, before even going through a single general election. We have overhauled our party from top to bottom with a focus on building foundational support for all Democrats, Democratic campaigns, and Democratic organizations. We have brought brand new staff and vendors, modernized and streamlined our operations, and brought the DPI into the 21st century. I want to pause for a moment and recognize the DPI staff led by Abby Witt, many of whom left other jobs to join this effort for their amazing
That was her warrior
work
chief. That was her swords person.
And the party. And I know there are a few in the room. If we could just give them a round of applause. They have done a heroic job, and I hope they will continue to serve us for many years to come. We now have organizers working across the state, supporting Democratic organizations big and small. When Donald Trump came to Illinois in June, our team worked with Committeewoman Daniels and the Adams County Democrats to hold a counter-protest, attracting more than 80 people to a rally in one of the reddest counties in the state. Now, when you attend a county Democratic meeting or event, there's a good chance a representative from the state party is there. We've updated our data and technology services that we provide to all campaigns. I am not a super techie person, as my staff can attest, but I've heard from so many campaign staffers who are thrilled with the responsiveness of the DPI in the past year. This is a core responsibility of state parties, and we are treating it with the attention it deserves. And we finally reclaimed our position as the standard bearer of the Democratic message. We've engaged with the press, supported campaigns with their communication needs, and provided daily talking points to campaigns and held Republicans accountable in a meaningful way. Plus, we actually have a social media presence and a huge email list to get out our message. We went from 0 emails to over 100,000. 2 of the things built almost completely from scratch. The DPI, under my leadership, also took its seat back at the national table. We're supporting the bid for a 2024 early primary slot, expected to be announced next week, and the bid for the 2024 DNC convention in Chicago. I'll give you one example of just how disconnected the DPI was from the rest of the national party. Last fall, I went to the meeting of the Association of State Democratic Committees. At the beginning of the meeting, chairs stood up and introduced themselves to the group. When I stood up and said I was Robin Kelly from Illinois, the group paused and gave me a standing ovation. And to be clear, it wasn't because they all loved me, they didn't even know me. It was because they hadn't seen anyone from Illinois at one of those meetings in a very long time, decades. And we are doing the work to provide direct support to Democratic candidates. Our coordinated campaign, Organize Illinois 2022, is up and running. We ran a voter protection hotline for the primary election, and we provided tools like a polling place lookup for all campaigns to use. There is more work to be done, work that can and should focus on the general election, but the party is well positioned to directly support Democrats as we keep Illinois blue this November. This past week has been a challenging one. Honestly, this past 16 months has been challenging in many ways. I know my vision for a new kind of DPI was shared by so many, and obviously I'm disappointed that I wasn't able to continue building the party we need in this state, especially when I had such little time to do the work. But now it's time to look forward. I know the DPI staff will ensure party operations continue smoothly. At this critical time, we cannot afford any lapse in our party's ability to support candidates for the November election. I've said this over and over and over again, and I'll say it one more time. The work ahead for the party is clear: to build a foundation for success for every candidate at every level across Illinois. For the sake of our party, our people, and our values, I hope this body can continue toward that goal. Thanks.
All I could think was, again, agrarian. Let me start by saying that I think that Robin Kelly, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, is one of the classiest people that I've met in politics. I think she is a stellar human being. But as we have learned, and as we learned from Harold Washington, politics ain't beanbag. And when you look at the state of black political affairs, I don't know that we can afford to continue to have black elected officials in play that are easily able to ignore our issues. Right? They find an excuse for why not all the time. Right? They tell you don't hire a black executive director because it's going to fit in the white people. Well, you did everything the white folks told you to do, and they still threw your ass out. And then we got your supporters who are crying and talking about people selling out their souls because you got what we all got. Treated like some niggas. And you felt like you was a special Negro. You felt that your progressive cloak would cover you from the treachery of politics. And I need for y'all to understand that if you were to look at the two camps, and when you look at the letter that was signed by the state reps, did I read the letter that was written by, remember on Friday we was like, we don't know where Chewy's gonna go and we're not exactly sure how it's gonna happen. Well, as soon as we got off the show, Riis, the Latino caucus led by Chuy Garcia, here, I'm gonna read some stuff to you because I documented this whole, because I think it's so important for us to understand how this broke down. Let me break it down for you real quick, and I'm gonna read just a few more posts. So Friday after we got off the show, this is what happened. I'm going to read from Politico. How they're voting. Along with Lindquist, State Representative Will Davis, the 2nd District Committeeman, is backing Kelly, saying it's shameful that Pritzker is trying to push the Congresswoman out. Now, I just want to point out, Will Davis was with the white progressives, right, in the last election cycle. And now he's offended But then let me read what Politico said. Chewy holds the cards. Last year, when Kelly was first elected party chair, a block of Latino committee members determined the outcome. That appears to be the case again. Congressman Jesus Chuy Garcia, State Senators Cristina Castro, Omar Aquino, and State Rep Delia Ramirez have kept their lips sealed on who they'll endorse. We'll find out tomorrow. Ruthie? Here's a statement from Will Davis. Last year, we had a momentous election when Congresswoman Robin Kelly became the first black and first female chair of the Democratic Party of Illinois. Since then, she successfully built out a robust, diverse, and accessible party, all while raising the necessary funds to move our state party forward, notably within the approved guidelines of the FEC, Federal Election Commission. Now we have a governor who wants her out. Why? Because he has to control the party. It's shameful that he wants this fight now on the eve of an important November election and while concurrently jeopardizing our chance of getting the DNC convention in Chicago. As governor and a Democrat, his primary objective should be to unite Democrats, not create division. He is uniting them. He cutting you out, fool. Working together is how we win across the board. Robin Kelly is the best choice to lead the Democratic Party of Illinois, and I support her. The governor should also. Why? They just watched y'all go against y'all own people. They build their war on us not being able to collaborate. Let me just take you because then this way it get good, Ruthie. Oh, dang. Oh, now they trying to act up on my Facebook page. Hold on. Let me read. Then here's the next progress. Let me read this one. As a black woman, I am mindful of the dog whistles used to raise legal questions about the first African American and first woman to lead the Democratic Party of Illinois, Cook County Commissioner Donna Miller said in a statement Wednesday. The party has flourished under Kelly's leadership. Miller's remarks came after the Congressional Black Caucus PAC entered the debate in support of Kelly, while the Illinois AFL-CIO announced its backing the Pritzker-supported Latina candidate, State Rep Lisa Hernandez. Let me do one more favor. The Latino Coalition statement on the Democratic Party of Illinois. Today, Congressman Chuy Garcia, Democratic nominee for Congress, Delia Ramirez, State Senator Cristina Castro, and State Senator Omar Aquino released the following statement regarding the Democratic Party of Illinois. Now, all these are progressives, right? Mm-hmm. Robin Kelly, progressive, right? Congressman, they in the same delegation, right? We have the greatest admiration for Congresswoman Robin Kelly, whose historic election shepherded our party through a monumental transition. We thank her for her commitment to our party and state. However,
however?
Hell yeah. However, we believe we must strengthen and deepen the commitment to building a long-term vision for our party. This includes substantive efforts to expand our base and broaden our engagement of voters in our state, especially in all our underserved communities, particularly the Latino community. Do I need to read that again? This includes a substantive effort to expand our base and broaden our engagement of voters in our state, especially in all underserved communities, particularly the Latino community. Now, I want y'all to remember, these same people just signed a letter. I'm not even going to go here. After much thought and many conversations and careful considerations, we have decided to back Committeewoman Lisa Hernandez for chair of the Democratic Party of Illinois. As a leader in the Illinois General Assembly, Committeewoman Hernandez has developed deep ties across the state, working with allies, and she's committed to building a party rooted in diversity and inclusion. We look forward to working with Committeewoman Hernandez as well as Committeewoman Kelly to bring our state forward. However, we believe we must strengthen and deepen our commitment to building a long-term vision for our party. This includes a substantive effort to expand our base and broaden our engagement of voters in our state, especially in the underserved communities, particularly the Latino community. So now this is who JB is also backing. So that should tell you where you fit. Does anybody here remember me saying that this was going to be the most important election cycle for us in the next 10 years?
Yes, you did.
Why did I say? Because the efforts would then be put in place to allow undocumented immigrants to vote, which is the goal of this group, because the more traditional Latinos are like, yo, I'm a citizen. I want the rights and benefits of a citizen. So I just need to point out, did we just, hold on. Let me go back to, because I want to read the Donna Miller piece, because remember when I told y'all about allowing remember how many, y'all still calling yourself people of color? Because y'all just got people of color straight up out y'all joint. You just politically corrected your ass up out the seat. And they told your ass in it that they was going for, because they want more Latino. Now, you hired everybody, and did she hire any black people? So why am I crying? Now, the reason I'm crying is because, Ruthie, she's still our sister. And this to me is I pray to God this is the flogging. Like, I hope that all of the, Ruthie, Ruthie, I'm just saying, like, all the people that be talking smack, like all the black elected officials who are like, Mays Jackson be stirring up mess, be creating, like everybody who was quiet when all the stuff was happening, Ruthie, everybody was quiet when they said, woo, right? Do you understand there is not a weapon in the toolbox that they will not use against y'all? Y'all sat down, and now the Latinos just and they're going to timestamp this show after I'm reading what they said. So you have been convinced, you black progressive, who you running around putting your star on your chest, you was charged running around the town, talking about, I'm with this white guy, I kept my word. So now that we all back to niggas, did anybody learn a lesson? Like, cause y'all do recognize that there were black people who thought that they were special, who thought that they could, like, they would have. Ruthie, do you understand they just pulled this within 30 days of the election after y'all crossed y'all own people out? They had you go, they made you flip, go. They said, we flipping you. You gonna go run a mission against your own people. And then when they came back, then they stripped you all your stuff. You punk ass, you did that to your own people? You ain't never getting no respect. You would cross your own people for us? Kill their ass.
I think it's the difference between being slaughtered and being killed humanely. And as you can see, they humanely killed her. They gave, and so I think that's the difference, is you're gonna get killed, but it's how would you like your death to happen? Do you want it to be quick and painless, or do you want to bleed out? And I think it's the choosing I'll bow out, quick and painless.
Let me read today's headline in Cranes. The other big winner in Illinois Illinois Dems leadership tussle. There's another big winner worth mentioning. That's U.S. Rep. Jesus Chuy Garcia, who for a third time in as many months proves he's a kingmaker with fast-growing influence. Garcia delivered for Hernandez the votes of himself and the other Latinos who serve on the Democratic Central Committee. With those votes, Kelly would have won, Party Insiders report. Without them, she was toast announcing she was withdrawing from the contest within 2 hours of when Garcia et al. Announced their decision to back Hernandez. Just a month ago, just a month ago, Garcia was an even bigger victory. In a battle between the Latino community's old guard and progressive factions, Garcia and company kicked butt, routing a candidate backed by longtime power broker Victor Riis and ex-U.S. Rep Luis Garcia to deliver a new 3rd Congressional District to Delia Ramirez. Needless to say, the Latino CD, let me back up. Chuy's adroitly combined power in the Latino and progressive communities. Listen to this. Chuy's adroitly combined power in the Latino and progressive communities to his advantage better than any other politician in Illinois, says one top party insider who needs to get along with everyone and asks not to be named. Heard that? Who needs to get along with everyone and not to be named. What's really remarkable here is that Garcia, who failed to respond to requests for comment, has done all of this without much notice while simultaneously getting along with Democratic Party's old guard, like ex-Speaker Mike Madigan, who seemed to help each other politically before Madigan got too toxic.
Well, it's power to be grabbed.
I don't know if it's too much left. Give us a call, 872-259-74.
I mean, not for us, but as you can see, like...
Did they learn yet? Like, I guess my question is, who's talking right now? Like, do you think black Democrats...
Debo is on the porch. Ain't nobody talking.
You serious? You think that the black Democrats...
Debo is on the porch.
Can they come... Y'all could come to Obsidian. I promise you we'll protect you inside. But, like, to me, there has to be some conversations going on. Like, there has to be... Like, somebody has to start saying, yo... and if everybody just laying down, I don't want to be a slave.
But Maze, they laying down on they nice mattresses. They ain't laying on hay. So if it's between me laying on my nice mattress or laying on the hay, I'm a progressive.
Gosh dang it. Let's go to the live line. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Caller, you there? Give us a call, 872-259-74.
Good morning.
Byron!
Good morning, Byron here.
Byron, I know you.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Go ahead, Byron. Give it to us, because I know we got a
No,
whooping coming this
I'm
week.
not going to give it to you. Know what the deal is. We got played, of course. She got played, of course. But what are you going to do about it? Well, you said, have we learned our lesson? That's what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we have learned our lessons, what's our reaction? Is to punish them. We have to punish them. And how do we do it? I'm not going to say, because you have an idea and your sister next to you have an idea.
Byron, can I tell you
what? How do you
what?
think we should punish them?
David Moore
Yes,
got
sir.
an idea, too. I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
You keep
Okay,
talking,
what's
Byron,
his
because
idea?
we're going to play him. But he got an idea, too. And it was kind of... This is why I'm asking, like, is anybody... I feel like some days I'm sitting on this morning show crazy than a muff. Like, I really do. Like, I really feel like I'm sitting up here like, dog, I have said this was happening. Y'all let these punks write letters and everything else, and then they turn around and hit you with the same. They use the same stuff I said they said. They came to the Urban League and had meetings at your house. They done came all through your joint. And it's like, I'm sitting here and people be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, they be, like, I don't get invited to black events because I'm crazy. And it's like, yo, dog, do y'all know people was boating and kicking it and having a great time? And it's like, we are dancing to our demise, literally.
But the music sounds good and the food is good. I'm not them niggas outside. Like, stop playing. You know what it is. If I gotta bend over, make it pleasurable. Make it pleasurable.
Look at the Vaseline.
Be it at the county or state.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
Who do not get paid.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Byron. When you
But
say
no,
punish them, how do we
but
punish them?
stuff.
Byron, how do we punish them?
I'm asking you because you know what I'm going to say. See, I
don't want to say anything because then they can talk about me on the texting and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Byron, you got more fans than you know.
No, but I don't want them to come and cut me up this morning. You know, I got a Section 8 inspection. I got to go to it in an hour. And I had to call in and say, well, I said, you know what? I don't want them to cut me because one of those people could be the Section 8 inspector. He could fail me. I don't want to fail my check. I need my check coming on the first every month. That's the only people who pays. The government pays, brother. You see what I'm saying? So I learned my lessons too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got to fire them all. And we had to send a message to the Democrat Party that they can't screw around with people. Our people. You see what I'm saying? They're putting them first. They're putting other folks first. LGBT, the Hispanics, the Asians, they get in school. They're getting everything. They're getting a dome for the Bears Stadium. Well, we can't get money for education. We can't get money for programs to help people or anything. You know, I don't want to go into that this morning. I want to be nice this morning. You know what I'm saying? But we got to find a way to punish them. What does Ruthie think? How does Ruthie, do you think we should punish them, yes or no?
You don't be disturbing Ruthie P. She's over there. She's trying to keep herself together. She around here trying. You look. She got her ninja face on. Like I'm holding it together. Don't. She got the. You don't play. I ain't with this morning. You see her. She praying to God. Lord, help me keep it together.
It's time to come on out with the knives. I'm telling you, it's time to come out with the knives.
You know what?
We can't continue to do this to us and let us bleed out. We are bleeding out.
Byron, you are so.
Right?
We are bleeding
out. Then what? If we are bleeding out, what we expect them to do? Sit there and watch? Hell no. Let's go down together. If we're gonna go down, let's go down together. Okay? Pritzker got to go. Just punch him right in the stomach and then let him bleed out too. Okay?
Hold it. Reese, we got to record this. Hold on. Byron, let me do this. Let me just do this real quick. The opinions expressed by Byron are not the opinions of the Maze Jackson Show. The opinions of the callers are theirs and theirs alone. We are not responsible for the callers. Byron suggested, I know that this is satirical because I know that you would not be suggesting violence against the governor of the state of Illinois. I know that this is all pun and it's all joke and it's all satire. Just wanted to put that out there. Thank you, Byron. Go ahead. What else you got for me, man?
That's beautiful words. What meant was that we need to vote him out. That was the metaphor I was telling you. But sorry. But we need to vote them out of office. And all the aldermen that refuse to raise the speed limit to 10 miles over the limit. All those aldermen have to go. Man, what you laughing at?
Hey, man, because that was funny. That you just, like, we going to be firing everybody, man. But this is my thing. If nobody sees a problem, go ahead.
Right?
If nobody
sees a problem.
If nobody sees a problem, then that's my problem. Like my problem is that guys, we done got played out of. Do you understand that this right here this is cannabis revisited. This is every single time.
Oh my
this
goodness.
is every single situation that we have ever encountered is encapsulated right here, and all the same players are involved. Thank you, Byron, for your call. I appreciate you, man.
Oh,
let me go to the. We got anybody else on the call? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? What's up? Caller?
Maze.
Oh, James, don't beat me down, man. Don't beat me down.
Maze, if I done told you once, I done told you 1,000 times. Anywhere it go, Republican or Democrat, we screwed. The question is, who's gonna be nice enough to rub our back before they run up in us?
Come on.
And poo-poo in our ear. But we guaranteed to be screwed. This is just the tip of the iceberg, man. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I keep saying this, man. Over time, like you said, there's no men standing up. There's no men in the political realm standing up for anything. The women are taking the front run, and all they gonna become is cooks and concubines, and they knocking us out. They slowly picking us off, and then once we gone, that's it. That's all. Bye, Maze.
Don't say bye, man. I'm not trying to leave, man. They trying to run me up. See, y'all. Did y'all hear the stuff I read to y'all today?
Even if you become a cook or a concubine, you probably still eating.
Did you say cook or concubine, Ruthie?
That's what he said.
Dang, not cook or concubine.
People are eating off of this. If we neglect that part, then we are sadly mistaken.
Let me ask a question.
Might not be eating a lot, but they still eating better than most. So are you going to say something and mess up your food? Likely not.
But what if we could take the whole farm?
That's going to require unification. It's going to require some effort. It might require me to have to miss a few meals in order to get there, but people ain't willing to sacrifice to miss them meals so we can all eat much, much better. We can have a whole granary.
Oh, Jesus. I want steak, man. I want the cow. I want the
yeah, but I'm saying we get the granary. Now we raising our own cows.
Right. Okay.
Angus beef.
Angus. Grass-fed, damn it. Let me, so, I don't know. Did y'all see David Moore this weekend? I'm going to run this again. I'm going to play some of his video. It was 30 minutes, so I don't know. I didn't timestamp it.
30 minutes?
David had some things. Alderman Moore had some things he wanted to get off of his chest. So what we're going to do is give him the opportunity. This is Alderman Moore after the Robin Kelly vote.
Elected in paid positions to make policies. The Black and Brown Coalition, on the street level and at grassroots.
Okay, let me say this. Thank you to everybody from that is listening to us to WBGX 1570 AM. If you want to continue, please join us on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Please join us on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch because we are going to play the David Moore 30. We ain't gonna play out 30 minutes, but I'm gonna let you hear some of what he had to say because he was pumping up Stephanie Trussell. He was talking about Republican. He really did the Maze Jackson show, but I think after being a victim of it, right, I think he's probably feeling a certain way. So we're going to play it. Thank you all for tuning in to All the Saints on WBGX. You can catch us on the Maze Jackson page on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We're going to go ahead right now and continue to play the audio, Riis. Oh, and I didn't bring the camera back.
Coalition, the Black and Brown Coalition, on the street level and a grassroots level, the people, they're okay. They're living together. They're working together. They're married to one another. It's the ones at the top that's keeping this divide. And JB is looking at his interest, and his interest is what? To be president. So everything he's doing, because he's going to need that Latino vote, all that stuff, he's not doing it. If it was turned the other way, he would have wanted somebody black. He's looking at his interest. I keep telling you all, politics is not permanent friends, no permanent enemies, just permanent interest. And you have to find out what the core interest of people are. Some people's core interests are to make money. Some people core interest is to empower and enrich their friends. And some people's core interests are just to serve people, the least of us. That's my core interest. And so as we deal with this Democratic Party stuff, there's a big divide in the Democratic Party, you all. And then that's why we, especially as black people, are getting the tail end of everything. You all are talking about a person like Richard Irvin, who ran for as a Republican for governor, misguided, crazy. Man, not misguided. He's a smart man. Wrong choice, but I understand because he's fed up with the Democratic Party. We as black people have supported the Democratic Party for so long to no avail almost. There's an intelligent black woman from the west side of Chicago, Stephanie Trussell, who is running as lieutenant governor on a ticket with Darren Bailey for governor. Now, y'all will look at it and say, excuse me, she's misguided. Again, from the heart of the west side, she is just frustrated. Just like so many good Democrats are getting frustrated with a party who's picking and choosing, a party who is not always have the best interest of the people at hand. Now, unfortunately, you all, we're in a two-party system, Democrat or Republican. Not much of a choice, right? Not much of a choice. But when you got people, for instance, like a Dan Brady, who's running for Secretary of State, who's moderate, who was like a Governor Thompson, who Democratic supported, and even your Democratic leadership, Madigan and them all, or Jim Edgar, who was a moderate, that your Democrats supported, Madigan and all of them. A lot of Democrats supported them, those Republicans. But they keep telling us to stay in a box. That's why somebody asked me, would I ever run for Congress? Heck no, because I cannot be in a box. You got to toe the line. I can't toe a line, whether it's Democrat or Republican, that isn't right. So we're in a catch-22, people. That's why it's upon you all. That's why I try to inform, educate, and empower you all. Because you all get all these flyers in the mail, and he's saying, oh, this is the Democratic Party slate. Well, this is who the Democrats say vote for. They must be right. Not. You better do your own homework and look at people and vote for people who support your interests, or vote for people based on the record and what you've seen them do for you. If you ain't seen them ever do anything for you, why the heck you voting for them? Oh, I saw a commercial. Oh, my preacher told me to vote for him. Man.
He's burning it down, ain't he?
And you are wondering why we stand in this position that we're in. And then let me deal with this thing about millionaires. And I'm going to close out because I'm going to speak on this some more. Let me deal with this thing about millionaires running for office. These people, whether it's JB, whether it was Bruce Rauner, or whether it's Willie Wilson, egos, you all. People didn't even know these people before they ran for office. When I say people, meaning the masses didn't know. You'll walk down the street, didn't know who Bruce Rauner is. Walk down the street, didn't know who Willie Wilson is. Walk down the street, didn't even know who a J.B. Pritzker is. But they run, now they get that attention, they get known, and they try to get this power with this money they got as well, because money does not always mean power. Money does not always mean power. And so we got JB because Bruce Rauner was governor, and it said the only person could be Bruce Rauner is somebody else with some money. We didn't even say, is this the best person? Is this the whatever? You understand what I'm saying? So then we get caught in the catch-22. Well, we might as well vote for him because we don't want Rauner, which I didn't want him. But my point is, you all, it's going to take the people, and you all have to be empowered, running, and they're asking questions and showing up somewhere. You don't have to get deep. I know your everyday life going on. You're trying to eat. You're trying to feed your kids. You're trying to work. But don't let elections come by and let people just give you what they want to give you. So I am done. There'll probably be a part 3 to this because there's so much going on at the state, county, city level, and even at the federal government. But all politics are local. But especially at the state, county, and city levels, that we've fallen asleep on. Don't get comfortable because you got somebody black in a seat. You better have the right black person. Don't get comfortable if you have somebody Latino in a seat. You better get the right Latino person, the right Asian person. But the people that we are loyal to are not always loyal to us. And that has to stop. That has to stop, you all. That has to stop. All right. I appreciate you all checking in, listening. This whole thing with Robin Kelly was a slap in the face. It's easy. It's a shame when people can do something and it almost just happens. And she'll be nice and acquiesce, and she's letting people know that she's unhappy in a certain way. Everybody's not like David, and everybody not supposed to be like David. I'm not expecting. We all got different callings. But I don't let things go. I don't let the firing of President Thomas go. I don't let the not renewing of the contract of the board, the board member at CPS, because he was against opening up a new school on CHA land and in the South Loop, when they telling our kids we got to go to Dunbar and Phillips because those schools are not overcrowded yet. There's capacity, but yet we didn't get a new high school there in the South Loop for black people, but they're building one for others. Come on, you all. And there's only a couple of us that's out there fighting. Can you believe this? Everybody else silent. That's why I wish I didn't care so much, because I get tired, but I can't stop. Because if nobody's out there fighting for you, who will? And there's people across this state, you all, that I've met, from whether it's DeKalb Democratic Party, as the chairwoman of the Illinois Democratic, if you will. So what I was talking, they couldn't hear. So if you can't hear me, and if I start breaking up again, just post in the chat that you cannot hear me, or that I'm breaking up, so that I could stop and correct it. And last speech as the chairwoman of the Illinois Democratic Party. As the chairwoman of the Illinois Democratic
Send me, I need an audio-visual
So,
program.
Let me start by saying that it was interesting that I was at that backdrop of Lincoln, and I'll touch on that later if you all saw that picture. If not, I'll repost it somewhere when I was in Lincoln, Illinois. But what I started out saying is that I really, really sometimes wish I did not care so much. I say that because this stuff consumes me. It consumes me on a daily basis. I enjoy serving the residents of the 17th Ward. I enjoy being an alderman. But this political stuff, I wish I didn't care so much, because I hate politics, but I see what it does to the least of us, and especially black people, because we're leading in every economic, well, like this, we're leading in every indicator there is. And because I care so much, whether there's a battle at the cities who are impacted throughout the whole, my Muslim brothers and sisters, my Indian brothers and sisters, they will not be able to see true equity until we see it. So understand that. So there are constant battles, and again, these battles impact us. Like I said, we're leading every negative indicator.
This is the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about David Moore. We're going to talk about the dam break. And I want to talk to y'all, man. Like, Ruthie, my conversations generally are with the intent of trying to wake us up. And I don't know that if we can't see it after this cycle, and I promise y'all, I swear to God, I said, this cycle is going to be the most important cycle. And you saw what my man said, his response. Do y'all know they took out Iris Martinez, too? She ain't State Central Committee. And they did that, and that was the key chip. So now what the key is going to be is, who are the black power brokers now?
Chewy.
So we're going to, that's, damn. Remember he had the meetings at the census meetings at Urban League. Stanley Moore warned us. And now it's like, I just feel like, hey, y'all, like the old happy-go-lucky We Love Jesus post that everybody is posting. Like, black politicians should be making people know that they're not happy with what happened. The fact that this, like, so let's just say Robin Kelly was, it was the chickens coming home to roost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they can't see us acting like it's okay. Right? Like, somebody needs to fear some repercussion.
But, you know, we still got a level of civility within our politics because that loyalness.
Did you hear her speech?
But that loyalty has paid dividends for people. It don't do so well for us collectively, but that loyalty pays dividends out to people.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie trying to be a philosopher. We'll be back after these messages. You know, I don't know what that word. The O is philosopher. All thoughtful and stuff. We'll talk about it more when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Byron, you got a nomination for the vice president of the phone club.
Say what?
Dang, Byron. Look, Tennille done nominated you for the vice president of the phone club. Riis has seconded. All those in favor of Byron being the vice president of the phone club signify by saying aye. Go once, going twice. And you are now officially the vice president of the phone club. So Byron, we will be expecting to hear from you regularly. So you and Katie will have an exec board meeting and let us know the rules of engagement on the phone. And Riis is now in your #1 fan club. But you got to remember whose show it is, Byron. Don't forget, because Riis will have you thinking. You know how these millennials will do.
I know who paid the bill. I know who paid the bill.
Maze Jackson.
It's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran and paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served that makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians, you know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country, you know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narrative. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, that's all good. Cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Man, Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. And I'm feeling the kind of way this morning. Ruthie, I feel guilty. I feel guilty because I feel like, you know, I have this thing that I say anytime somebody black is in trouble, we try to get their back. And I feel like I kind of sat back this time. Now, I don't know that there was anything I could do to stop it. And part of what Alderman Moore didn't communicate is it's not about coming to your constituents to get their opinion on who you want. Or at least that's how I was brought up, right? Now, I don't know that anybody puts a poll or a survey. You elect people and you hope that they use their best judgment to do best for you. But that's neither here nor there. Ruthie, when Robin Kelly's back was against the wall, there was no one who could help her or would. Her white allies, and Ruthie, it's hard for me to ignore the picture, right? And I got to throw it back up there. When the post goes out, the tweet goes out that says, my best friends in politics, I got to say, you got to get some better friends then. You got to get some. Now, you can say these are my best friends, but you need to get you some better political friends. I was thinking about how they've convinced us to tie our hands behind our back, and it was a masterful trick that Daley used to do, and Madigan would do, because we would be so thirsty to get the spot, to get elected, that they would say, we'd help you, but we want your chief of staff. Right? Because while you out going to do all the public events, and the person who's running the office is the chief of staff. I think about John Stroger, and I think about Orlando. Right? And Orlando was his muscle. But he was a black man who stood upright and wasn't scared to look nobody in the eye. And when it was time for Stroger to meet with Daley, or when Daley wanted something, they didn't talk direct. They would have their guys talk, and Orlando would look you straight in the eye and be like, hey homie, ain't no punks around here. And we had a seat at the table, and so there was power sharing. Do y'all remember when Todd got elected? And you know Todd is not the most forceful person. But remember Donna Dunnings? His cousin, who was his chief of staff. She was a financial expert. And they would be trying to screw Todd over. But she would always have the answer, and she would always be like because she understood that they had to be above reproach and that they couldn't fall, she was like his swordsman. She was his cousin, but it was and so if you paid attention through his first go-round, Donna was with him, and their goal was to get her away from him. She was the 2% architect, right? That's the 2 cents. That if we charge people 2 cents, we could be the most fiscally solid. So here's this man who is ultimately qualified, or at least qualified to do the job, run it competently, got the people, but they get you away from your defense. So once they whacked Donna Dunnings, then they caught her up, and then they got her away, and so they ostracized you from your person, your strength, your resource. Mm-hmm. And then once they got you away from your resource, then they have at you. And then they go in, and they all the rules go out the window. Pay attention. So if you look, I don't even want to go to the other example, but the goal is to get you away from your people and reliant upon them. And then once you're relying upon them, white folks can cut a deal, right? So imagine the black person in this case, if you with Robin Kelly, this is my shot. If I screw this up, black people don't get 5 and 6 rebrands. I lose with Robin, so you're life or death with her. Oh, girl got options. We don't. And then what they've done is they've kept us so far away from the spots that by the time you put somebody in the spot, if you want to lean on your own person, they're so underdeveloped, and the white folks in the spot will not cooperate with them to make their job difficult. So now you become a black chief of staff in the case of for Robin Kelly, and now all the downstate Democrats ain't gonna listen to you because you got a black man who ain't gonna just be like, I'm just a good old boy. So now what do? I put the black woman up as a shield, disconnect her from any black man or strength who will be like, homie, at a certain point, you ain't finna pull it. So now you are standing there in the midst, you at a war with the richest white man in the state, because he ran Ken Griffin out. And you standing up there in a skirt with nobody who, and you talking, and you gotta, you know how I always tell y'all, if y'all keep letting the men get whacked, and I'm saying that black women have the education and all of that stuff, so I'm okay with that. But you gotta get you a swordsman. You got to have somebody on your team that will slang that sword, that will be that is saying right now, if she got the spot, who is out on the field that we got to kill or get tamed? She was like, I didn't have enough time. No, we didn't want you to have enough time. From the moment that you beat that dude last time, they were running a game plan to get you out. Mm-hmm. And so while you busy alienating yourself from black people because you think that white progressive stuff is going to save you, did you see in the paper they said Chewy has made the meld between the old school and the progressive? So she thinking they progressive, they going to stick with you. They like, what's our interest? Now, JB owes Chewy. He don't owe, and what you going to do for the vice president of the Democratic Party? What Bobby Rush as the VP going to do?
Not put somebody in there that's going to say something.
Right.
Placeholder. Puppet.
And so now my question becomes, what are black people going to do? Let's back up. Let's go backwards to the black politicians. Because here's the other thing that nobody's talking about, and I really think y'all got to look at this. Where was Toni Preckwinkle? Now, she is not a state central committee woman, but right now she should arguably be the most powerful black person between her and Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot weighed in and she got mollywopped because I think in the real world, everybody knows that Lori Lightfoot was a Republican. Y'all don't, but in the Democratic inside politics, she ain't coming up in there with nothing. Like, they'll be like, Ma, we got your voting record. You was with the Republicans. So don't come into, she gets to do it in the broad scheme and use the bully pulpit, but she can't come to the club meeting and be like, yo. So now my question is, Ruthie, if the black women in Democratic politics went against black women, Toni and Robin Kelly went against the black women in the last election. Right? They went against black women in the last election for white men. What accountability do black Democrats have for Toni Preckwinkle, who continues to prove that she really provides no value to black elected officials? Tell me what black elected official has benefited from Toni Preckwinkle beyond, like, who? Who's benefited from her? If you look at her staff, if you look at her people, and when a black person is in trouble, should they be called, in politics in the Democratic Party, should people be calling me to raise it up, or should she be raising it up? Mm-hmm. If y'all gonna claim, if your Cook County commissioner is claiming progressive too, y'all ain't gonna say nothing to the progressives? Oh no, that's right, because you busy sending out anti-Semitic tweets about black people. Ruthie, let's talk about the political power rankings right now. So if you were to say, who are the political, can we all agree that JB is now the undisputed political boss of the state?
Yep. JB the king.
Now watch it. We see Father Flake line up, we done. If JB and Father Flake do a commercial together, black people can forget it.
Ooh.
But, so now you got JB Pritzker. I gotta say, Chuy Garcia now has the perception of the second most powerful Democrat in the state. Yes, no?
I kind of almost want to put
him above JB.
I want to put him above JB, but I know JB got the money, though.
JB got the money. That's the other part. So JB finances. So they got so can we say 1A and B?
Yep. Yep.
1A.
Definitely.
1A. JB Pritzker. 1B. Chuy Garcia. Next up, in my estimation, David Orr.
Quietly, though.
Extremely quietly, but effectively and efficiently. he put the gun to Tony Preckwinkle's head and Karen Yarborough's head, who were the two biggest party bosses, black party bosses. He did it quietly, but he did it effectively by threatening both of their positions and having the money to do so while not showing his hand. So David Orr right now, right, is now in the third spot. Now, here's what's so crazy to me. The number 1A spot goes to J.B. Pritzker. The 1B and 2 go to two non-black people that have been able to leverage the Harold Washington legacy into power. Black people ran around taking pictures with David Orr and all of that because he lived off the legacy of Harold Washington and good government. And he parlayed the being there for Harold Washington, and he took all the Sister Zacchaeus and all of the black folks from back in the day, and he was an ally. But in the process, y'all understand how the world shifted, and so he became a power broker. And as the vacuum happened, pay attention to the only people that did not benefit from Harold Washington's legacy were black people. Harold Washington's legacy for black people was destructive politically destructive. It created a war that people don't want to talk about, but it created divisions in the black community that last to this day. Right now, we set ourselves back 50 years in the fight and the confusion that they were able to cause between black people over the Harold Washington. So we would rather niggerize Gene Sawyer than say, man, we got the spot, now let's claim our black brother. So then you start calling him Uncle Tom. So what happens? He go align with the white folks till Daley and them say, and then once he went over and aligned with the white folks, right, even though he like, man, people, I can help you get whatever you want, he aligns with the white folks, and guess what? Then that's when Daley and them are like, okay, let's cut him out. And now y'all got back. The only way y'all got back to getting a black mayor was through Lori Lightfoot, who did it by denying you. Uh-oh.
Breaking this down.
No, I'm just. But I think y'all gotta, think about this. I was looking at the other day. This is not a diss to Salim. Salim was like, Chewy is my boy. That's great, fam. And I hope he is a benevolent master. He's your boy, but this is politics. And it's like leveraging that my boy factor hurts us. Because now we're always compromised. They're never compromised when it comes down to the last piece. Remember in MLI, I told you this. I know y'all don't want to hear me. Man, Juan said, look, it could be a Tea Party, a Democrat, and a Republican Latino. Y'all have something in common that y'all need to get together and y'all talk. And they just said, Chewy, well, y'all got him in the progressive and the Democratic Socialist, has been operating and weaving his way through everybody. And then have y'all talking about, we got black people. 8 years ago, black people was championing this brother to be the mayor of Chicago. And I'm still not going to say he ain't running. And it's like you ushered in your demise because you were so mad. And because we don't play 2 elections ahead, 3 elections ahead, they was like, let me tell you. So Robin Kelly and her squad, in their short-sightedness, didn't even negotiate their continued relationship going forward because she didn't even know that Chewy and Orr was working against her. So you sitting at the party being cool, but y'all sitting up taking people around in the neighborhoods, bringing them to your community because you think they your people, and 30 days later they stick a shiv in you. And now you want to call racism? You want to call racism? And we all supposed to sit around and be like, let's cry for you. No, we ain't crying. But can we start back to square one? We all niggas again. You ain't a special Negro. You got kicked out the house. Unless you begging for your spot in the new house. Cause you held on, cause y'all posting pretty pictures and talking about how lovely life is, and now everybody off to Martha's Vineyard, like we ain't just got mollywopped. Like this shouldn't be.
But they still going to Martha's Vineyard.
That should be a meeting. Like that. Like nobody.
They still going.
Ruthie, do you remember when Barack Obama won and Mitch McConnell said the next day the Republicans was in a room like, yo, we can't. And again, y'all running around here taking pictures, being extra cute. I love it. But I do want you to know that while you're partying in rubble. Political rubble. Like, so I want y'all to pay attention to every black elected social media. What are we talking about? And right now, everybody's telling us we got to be unified. So they just stuck you. And now they're going to tell you, now we all got to get in line?
Yes.
Yes. And pay attention. Ain't nobody really calling out dudes.
Come and get your rations. I'm just saying, man. You know. But see why you remember how you said you're going to put some bread through the fence for me and Riis?
Yes.
That just keep playing in my head, and I see the bread. At least they ain't got to get their bread through the fence. They let them line up outside to get their bread. So they still better than the people inside the fence.
So at least I ain't them niggas over there.
At least I ain't them niggas over there. They going to Martha's Vineyard.
Give us a call.
I want to go to Martha's Vineyard.
I'm going. Bust y'all. I'm through with y'all. Like, y'all be out here. I was like, are y'all really calling me talking about some racism? Wasn't you in the... Is this your picture?
I don't want fence bread. I want to line up in the bread line for my rations. By golly.
Gosh darn it, it's the Maze Jackson show. We'll be back. Did nobody learn nothing? Like, please tell me something. Like, I feel like, could at least y'all be like, we're not happy. And look, and then it'd be the generic stuff. It'd be the generic, like...
You gotta smile, Maze.
How does it...
You gotta smile while you taking it.
I'm going to cryptically post things that I hope that I don't want to get too offensive because...
They make us call it civility. While we bleeding out, they make us be civil.
I mean, come on,
so you better not say nothing too strong. Otherwise, you're gonna have to get your bread from behind the gate.
You have to be with
nobody want no gate bread.
You better first. Me and Ruthie already in line.
That's why I'm not getting my blood pressure up.
Gate bread.
Who do you want? Gate bread, or do you want your ration?
Okay, but the gate bread at least is fresh. We bake it the same day.
Yeah, but remember, me and Riis control the gate bread.
Right. She already said that. She already said what she wanted to do.
We control the gate bread.
She wanted you to get her the bread, and she was going.
We gonna control it. You better off standing in line and getting your rations. Like, so if are you gonna stand in line and get your rations, or you gonna be behind the gate trying to catch the bread?
So this is my thing. You can't be voting yes then. Like, this me. Like, don't be on my team and then vote yes. That's all I gotta say. And then here's did I tell y'all about the one part that I thought was really, really poetic about this? You see, what the white folks went to Robin Kelly and said? Could you just not run? Could you just withdraw so we don't have to raise the ire of JB and them being able to say we were still with you?
Didn't they give her a position though? They gave her something.
She said, I ain't taking that.
But they tried to see how they gave her a ration.
They tried to give her a vice president of federal elections, like she did Bobby Rush.
They tried to give her a little ration.
But she don't pout now. Don't pout. You better get your bread. Be pouting.
She said, I'd rather starve.
She like, I'm going to get me some federal bread. I'm going to get mine from the big house. I ain't got to eat this. I'm going, you know what? F your bread. I'm going to get me some federal bread. They put gravy, they put butter on there.
See, but you know, I like Robin Kelly is very nice. Like, she's very nice. Like, but see, I need a politician that's gonna take their bread and throw it back in their face. Not that's gonna be like, no, I respectfully decline the bread. No, take the bread.
That was like that. But I just need for you to understand. Like, make them take the vote. Make the. Here's what they don't ever have to do. They don't ever have to make a choice. They don't ever have to show their hand. They don't ever have to declare allegiance. By Robin Kelly withdrawing, she gave everybody who was supposed to be with her an out instead of an opportunity to cross her publicly. Like, JB, these are my people. Yeah. Like, they was like, nah, don't take a vote, Robin. If you ain't gonna get it, could you just step out? And then we could be like, JB, we was with you all the time anyway.
Ooh.
That's why that's the whole.
Eat your cornbread.
That's why there was no vote. That's why she withdrew. Because
if you gotta take it,
you don't get your rest.
You better give me the lube. Robin Kelly said, just give me the lube.
I'm offended at this conversation at this
That's
point.
what I'm saying. Like, if you gotta, like, sometimes I do want politicians that's just going. I understand not cutting off your nose to spite your face. Like, I get it. I understand. But sometimes it be so hard because it's like, nah, y'all finna take this vote and I'm gonna say what I gotta say. But it's like, she like, I'd rather go to Martha's Vineyard. Which I understand, like, asking people to literally cut off their source of food. Like, that's not an easy choice to make. Everybody ain't willing to starve and sacrifice.
And Ruthie, and let me tell you, the people that tell you to starve and sacrifice will be going to the gate to get their bread. They be like, that's the whole thing. Like, Ruthie, the people standing in line, not even at the gate, that's in line getting bread is like, you see this? Do you see it? Maze is racism. I'm like, nigga, didn't I just see your monkey ass
in line getting the ration?
Didn't I see you taking pictures with the white people just a week ago? Just a month ago. 30 days ago, we was the niggas, and come on down with the niggas. You know how I'd be like, Ruthie, remember that? I don't know if I remember that time when I thought I was going to work at WGCI, and I was working at Wall Street Deli, and I was telling them the day before, man, I'm through with y'all. I'm up out of here. Y'all over here making sandwiches. I'm going to be a big radio star. And then I didn't get the job, and I had to go to work the next day. And it was like,
he should have quit.
Oh.
Ain't no way I was going back. Ain't no way I was going back.
Right? Millennial. I was like, shoot, 40,000, no thousand. Okay. I'm coming
eat.
back. I gotta eat.
See?
Look,
I'm working the hand here. They told me I could do both.
I was still the manager. I was like, you will be cleaning the bathroom. Keep talking. You'll be in the bathrooms. I thought you was gonna be at GCI. Oh, I just met the lady who got me the interview too. She was like,
play GCI all day at work.
I was the manager. You wasn't playing. You was listening to hot 90s. Look, you was gonna be listening to country western if you tried it. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I still need to know, where's Toni Preckwinkle? Where's Toni Preckwinkle?
What you want her to say? Debo is on the porch.
She was tweeting
when Debo on the porch, ain't no talking. You want him to snatch her chain too?
She giving it up.
No, but it's okay. But I'm saying, like, I don't even fault her for not saying anything. Toni Preckwinkle is masterful at, like, how she flew under the. No, that's not what I was gonna say.
But that's what she is.
She is masterful at not saying anything and, like, sliding under the radar.
That's exactly the type of leadership we need. Straight out of Minnesota, as they take everything from us and we got to look up it. I think you clearly have that wrong, Dark Flavor, Michael. You might need to add a few words to that. Few letters to that. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. We'll be back after these messages to wrap it up. Or maybe not.
What a ration line.
Hey, give me some.
You gonna eat your cornbread. Hey, girl.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, From 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. We out of here. Peace.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:46 a.m. I'm Reese the Ruler with your traffic and weather report. On the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, 31 minutes outbound, 26. On the Edens Deerfield to the Exchange, 41. Exchange to Deerfield, 28. Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 42. 37 minutes back out to Thorndale. Stevenson, 40 minutes. I-355 to the Dan Ryan, outbound, 36. Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 50 minutes, 27 minutes, I-80. The Dan Ryan, 17 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. DuSable Drive, 8 minutes in both directions. Today's weather, 74, mostly cloudy.
I roll with God cause he never late. My son Dal in denial of the Ben Franks. On the road, let's travel with a full tank. Revolutionary overture, that's too saint. That's two sons. That's two saints. Like Peter Paul, me and you could be the new saints. Let me paint a new picture on the 16. Woolly haired black man with divine jeans. Yeah, I be rapping, but these 16's art. Cathartic, therapeutic, really who needs charts? All I need is heart, God's love and some knowledge. Acknowledge, don't acknowledge, I be good to be honest. It's like, if you never knew my name, at least I know me. Broken chains on my brain, now I'm set free. At peace in the now, I'm complete. Cause all I ever had to do is just be. Just be. Lot of thoughts in my mind, gotta designate what to leave, what to take, and appreciate. A lot of people talk fly, but I levitate. Rise above with the love when I meditate.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. What's that, Riis? Who is this? Hey, man. I'm gonna have to, y'all gonna have to start. Y'all gonna have some new music. Y'all gonna have to start. You heard of Payola?
Crayola. I thought it's coming in the box.
That's Crayolas. Hey, man, that's nice. Who is that? What's that? Come on. You don't know who it is?
Oh, my mic went on. I'm sorry. I'm still talking like what's going on. His name is his name is like A-L-I-Z. I don't know how to say it.
Where you get him from?
He was at the Silver Room, man. Real good dude. Had some real good soulful music. Anthony Muhammad actually know him. He from Georgia and whatnot, stuff like that.
Oh, so he ain't from here. I was gonna say we should have him at TP.
He's here.
We should have him do one of these shows over at the.
Yeah, like he's here.
Well, let's connect with him. When we playing his music, he should, show some love. Send him around. Let's get to talking to him. Maybe have him come in on a Friday. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Y'all mean to tell me y'all ain't got nothing to say? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Am I the only one that just be like,
yep.
Okay. That could be the case.
No, I think this is one of the, so you do this show a lot. And I think there are moments when you can actually put things together, and it's not just Maestradamus predicting the future and putting these pieces together and theorizing. You actually give us the history of what you said, give us the actual history of what happened, present the facts, lay it out, and say, here's the outcome. And I think these are the type of shows that only you can do. Only you can bring this level of understanding to the current situation that we in. And it has to be a very, I don't even know if frustrating is the right word. It has to be agony. I'll use that word. It has to be agony inside of your mind and your soul to be in this position. Whereas you got people calling you, wanting you to wield your sword. And so it's like,
and they'll jab me with theirs in the meantime.
And it's like, yeah, so it's a very precarious position to be in. But I appreciate your analysis And I know that your analysis, I'm going to see it all in the news later today. People about to do podcasts and blogs about it. But your analysis is the difference maker to a lot of people's understanding. And I ain't going to even lie, how many of these people watching right now working for the other people using your analysis to strengthen their own position.
Dang,
that's the part that's really frustrating for me.
It does get kind of frustrating for me when I get people to redo the show to me and be like, so help me. Like, my thing is, do you you can dislike me personally. And I think David Moore was like, he broke down how he was upset because he felt like Robin Kelly, as the chairman of the party, she shouldn't have been playing on anybody's side, but she helped Alexi but didn't help him. Now, you understand she was supposed to because they worked together, etc. But he was like, once that was over, he wanted to see Robin Kelly successful. Ruthie, I ain't going to lie, I kind of was like,
because civility.
Have her. Right? Like, if it was like I was like, well.
We civil.
You know, what's them when you know, like the people in Celine, what's the girls in France who was kicking it with the German soldiers? And then when the German soldiers got kicked out, they was doing it for survival, they thought. But then when the German soldiers got kicked out, they got their head shaved and got put outside.
Oh, wow.
Right? And they was like known as the Nazi lovers, etc. And I'm not saying that in the same states, but I am saying, like, comparatively.
That's a good example.
Like, you was,
very good example.
Right, you was sleeping with the enemy. Now, I'm not going to let them kill you. Right? But, like, if you got to take your shame and you got to take your humiliation, but grow your hair back. You still French. Come on over here. Now, can we all sit down? Can we have a meeting where all the bald-headed stepchildren who got played, we ain't going to point at you and say, ha, 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 you're bald-headed, because we see it. You been looking at us like, why y'all got weave over here? Because they been shaving heads all day long. We've been trying to tell you. You was like, oh, no, I believe in natural hair. They was like, come let us shave yours too. But I feel like that is the only way I can really honestly put it into, like, it's like shame. This shame comes on you for that post. Being the physical embodiment of all your best friends in politics as white folks. Mm. And to come out and say, like, I don't know how you type that, and I got my Madigan picture, and I got pictures, and I'm gonna do a string of pictures because it's the history of watching who black people have to align themselves with for survival politically.
Mm-hmm. For your ration.
And I hate to say it that way, but it is and your ration because you've chosen a life that's in politics and it's controlled by a whole different set of rules. Where, not human rights, but where race and like political correctness is now a weapon. It's weaponized, where every turn around the corner is somebody looking to think about it. There's black people that were celebrating and toasting Robin's demise. Mm. Right? Like, there are black people like, yes.
Well, because
they on the other team. I got you.
Say they get something out of it.
But my point is, like, what profited a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
Martha's Vineyard.
You suck.
I'm just saying.
Let's go to the caller. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. That was really a good response, though. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up?
Shalom, shalom.
Israel,
Hallelujah.
what's up, King Israel? What's going on, brother?
Man, when first I started Ruthie, I was out in your neck of woods. I was out of 17,000 east, 6,000 south. I don't even know where I was at. Pembroke, but I was out there. Escaping this madness in Chirac, but no, I'm unfortunately and fortunately, I'm happy they implode. You know what I'm saying? I got fed up with them. That's why I ain't no Republican or Democrat when I went with Ronna, went with Trump. When man, these people ain't right, man. The Democratic ain't no racist right Republicans in control in this state or Cook County.
Israel, I just want to tell you though, they're not. Israel, can I say this though? They're not imploding.
You can say what you want to.
No, they're not. They're not imploding though, and that's the thing. Like they've doubled back down. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that now that JB is now in charge of all of the things, all the people that's rocking with you think he's gonna have less people rocking with him or more black people rocking with him? Ain't nobody crying for Robin Kelly because she ain't do nothing for nobody.
No,
and so
I'm on outside looking in, bro. You know I don't deal with the Democratic Party, so as I listen to the down the street, down the dial, look, I know you don't mess with it. All them people rebelling, all them stunts, Democratic hacks are rebelling.
Really?
If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I know you don't even listen down the dial. Oh, my mama, if they would say, man, they rebelling, they salty, man, about this. I don't even know the situation. I don't care what happened with Rob Kelly, this Kelly, the Democrat. But I hear them crying. They crying. And I ain't gonna miss another lady show that y'all don't get along with. She got a new show over there. She's gaining momentum over there.
All right, we gonna start.
About?
I don't care, and you can take that off. Don't even start it over here. She gets no space.
No, I'm not. You ain't hear what I'm saying.
I did. I know what you're saying.
They're imploding.
I got you.
No, but that's why I say I'm saying they're imploding because I know the black part is imploding. They're going at it to each other.
I see it, man.
And they ain't got nowhere to turn. They gonna have to get the rations like y'all talking about, get their hair cut off and all that. Man. And all of them go back to the Bible anyway.
Shame. Yes, this make me think of. You don't watch? Hey, Israel, you still watch Power?
I don't watch Power. No.
I was gonna say, do you watch Game of Thrones?
Hey, I'm about to start.
Do you watch Game of Thrones? Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Man, I don't even watch.
Oh, Israel, you gotta watch Game of Thrones, and you gotta watch Shame.
I don't watch that idiot box. I got 3 TVs in my house. Watch it for what? So I can get sent off?
I'm gonna send you.
I don't even watch TV.
Well, I'm gonna send you a YouTube link of the Shame from Circe when they made her walk through the town and she had to say shame and they shaved her head and they made her walk through and people threw stuff at her and they spit on her and everything because she had to repent. And I feel like this could be Robin Kelly's repentance. Right, for like,
They all got to repent, my brother. That's my point.
You right?
Now, they did you. They bogus. Like you said, you can't clean and say I was on the green team, and that's why I respect you. You know what I'm saying? On my mama, man. You can't clean. They try to throw that at you. Wait, I'm gonna dirty myself up for y'all dirty me up. That's why I'm saying, man.
You gotta tell the truth, man.
They throwing you, black man.
Everybody.
The devil.
Man, it's crazy. That's my man Israel on the Maze Jackson Show. Shalom. Give me a call, 872-259-7474. What you got for me, caller? Caller.
Good morning, Maze. This is Hope.
Oh, come on, Hope. Give me some 5 for the road. Come on, man.
Well, 30 years ago, a black politician said to Mayor Daley pretty much what Robin Kelly should have said to Pritzker, and that's this: I'll bake cookies for you. Thank you.
What? I'll bake cookies for you. Hope, call back.
Yeah.
I need to understand that. Who said that?
I'm here.
And help me understand that one because I don't get it. Tell me what happened. Who was the black politician and what you mean by they'll bake cookies for you? Help me break that down for me real quick.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay.
Carol Mosey Broad said that to Daley.
She said she'll bake cookies for him.
She will bake cookies for Daley.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
and that's where we are 30 years since.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Christ. I don't get it.
Thank you.
Boss, I got your cookies.
Got it. Okay.
Give us free, please. Like, do y'all understand that they told they said in the letter that they were going against Robin Kelly? Why? However, are you gonna come? Because now, Ruthie, I couldn't say that I wanted some black people to get hired. What you think Lisa Hernandez staff gonna look like? It's okay though, cause y'all be mad at me.
Those are really good paying jobs.
Yes, they are.
I looked it up. Just in case we
anybody
kept
else
the
on
spot.
this? That's it.
Woo!
Anybody learn any lessons?
Yes.
What?
Get in line to get your ration so you don't got to get the gate bread.
So
Me and Ruthie taxing.
That's the lesson.
That's the problem. They taxing
That's the
They
lesson.
taxing the gate bread and they taxing
The lesson is, how do you want it? You get to pick. We got choices, man. We got options. How do you want it?
Oh, now you want to do the Maze Jackson. Now you want to do something. Oh, you got a song for everything now, too? I got you.
We here now.
No Vaseline.
We'll be talking again.
In 30 years, the way they doing it. Like, let me ask a question. Do you think that we are the only people that saw this?
No, but we're the only people that can talk about it in this way and laugh a little bit, bring a little history in.
I want to cry. If I could cry.
Of course. Not just cry. Like, it's honestly enough to, like, this
Negro
is like
turn black.
This like swimming with the fishes level stuff.
This really is. I mean,
Like,
I just.
this is trunk action stuff, but we ain't got the infrastructure set up to be able to execute. No pun intended.
No pun intended. I know. Pun intended. The comments.
I said no pun. No pun.
Pun intended. The comments expressed here by the personalities are not the opinions of Maze Jackson specifically. This is all satire. This is all jokes. Look, yo.
I just want my rations. I want
From
my
the
ration
gate?
box.
You want to get what? Do you
A
want
political
in a bento-
ration box.
You want a bento box? I can hook it up.
Political ration boxes. It come with a.
Does it come with a mask so you can
I
save
ain't gonna
yourself?
take it too far. I ain't gonna take it too far. Because I'm trying to go to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, I bet I know it coming. Does the political ration box come with
Chewy,
condoms?
I know you need some black people on your team,
Does it-
Chewy.
I think he got them. They was
No,
doing
Chewy.
They be doing the parades, man. He got the people that be doing the black and brown parade.
Chewy, let me get on. Put me on, Mr. Garcia.
That's how you do it.
Hefe. They won. They won. You look, Hefe. Hey, I could.
I'm trying to get on.
Man.
Put me on.
I mean, the way
I'll be
up.
quiet. I'll be talking again, though, but I'll be quiet.
You only gonna talk.
They want the real ones that's gonna drop the little gems to them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna have to talk a little bit. You have to talk a little bit.
I'll be a people of color.
Shoot.
All right, I'm done.
No, you can be a people of color. You a people of color. You's a people. I'm a people. We's a people. You some people. Wouldn't you like to be a people too? The People of Color Club. Should we join? Should we flip?
Yeah.
Y'all want to flip?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Do y'all look at? So I just want y'all this is where we are. I just need to say, like, and I want all of the older people that are listening. If I was political right now, I mean, I would advise black youth to get involved in that movement.
You go the Obama route or you go the Chewy route. And that can propel you into a top position within these democratic organizations.
Understand, though, that both of those routes mean that you cannot say black, and you will be signing anti-black letters.
You will be a Martha's Vineyard, though.
What them anti-black letters say?
I'm gonna sign that mug.
Sign it.
Where's the signature? Give me the signature.
What's my flight confirmation number?
Que paso? Hey, que paso, ese? I'm gonna get it down, Joe. Ruthie, you spoke Spanish, didn't you? You took it. You know it good.
See, I can survive in Mexico with my Espanol.
Hola, Ovito. Hey, Jay-Z had. Remember when? Do y'all remember when it was the hot thing to go with the Latino?
I got a Latina guy, baby.
Which way? I hope it's a Latino guy, baby.
I'm a Tia.
From wait though, who did the impregnate?
No, it's a lot. They Mexican.
Wait,
I got Mexican friends.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that,
Close
but
Mexican friends.
I do too.
We be talking about this type of
It's
stuff.
Mexican American or something like that.
Nah, it's not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Oh, I gotta say
No, you
different.
can really research. I really researched it, and apparently, so to say you a Mexican in the USA is like taking away their citizenship, because to say you're a Mexican, you're from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So you're a citizen of Mexico.
Right. So how does that play with Sanctuary City? See,
and now you're supposed to be you're American Mexican, like an African American. You know what I'm saying? So you're a Mexican American. Yeah, you can go research. I had researched it too. I was like, I can't say Mexican. Like, how do I differential? You know,
But see, but my Mexican friends, they like being Mexican.
See, I
you
understand
don't gotta
that.
put American
I
on there.
understand that, but somebody could say, you know, that
I'm
you,
Mexican.
Only when they want to use it though against
they
you.
can use it against you though, for sure.
Well,
for sure.
so like I feel like I've been to places where where people. So it's so crazy because, like, if I say Mexican, it can be looked at as disrespectful. But I only mean it like a symbol of pride. Like if you call me black and you're, did y'all hear about Tiger?
But I caramba.
He had to apologize to the.
Yeah, took the video down and everything.
He has to apologize to the Latino community. Do they get to still say nigga then? Because they be straight. They straight be nigga. They do. They be saying nigga to niggas. Like my nigga.
They do.
And I hope your cousins don't be. You be letting your cousins get away with it, Ruthie. Don't make.
I am not that black friend.
Okay.
We can talk about it. But I ain't that black friend.
Don't try it. Do they ask you, why can't I?
We have pretty politically charged discussions.
But do they say, why can't
That's why I know, like, it is a path for black people through the Chewy route, though. That's how I know, because I think didn't David Moore said, from a grassroots perspective and activist perspective, the Black and Brown Coalition is popping. Now, he said on the higher level political tip, we be getting ramshotted. Is that the right word? Ramshotted? Ramrodded. So I think he said it perfectly, and it's true. On a grassroots level, like, the progressive Black and Brown Coalition actually, like, be, like, making some change and cleaning up communities and whatnot. But on a higher political level, nah. It don't really work because it ain't no coalition. It's more like, we taking this from the blacks. But on a grassroots level, I agree. But that's how it started, though. But that's how I know it's a path. But that's how I'm telling you, there's a path to get into politics if you are willing to join in and go the people of color progressive route. Like, it's a legit path. They got jobs, y'all.
It is. I remember I had to speak to a group and they were like, it was a Latino black like cohort, and they went off on me in the class because I was like, what's in this for black people? And they had the black kids attacking me because I was racist.
But they really get the young people. That's how it started.
Right. And in the meantime,
that's where I see the most coalitionists.
Remember when we showed old girl though, and she was like, all power to the people. Yeah. All power to the people. All power to the people, Chairman Fred. I said, Hefe Fred. I'm just telling you. We saw last week that there's another group entering into the pool, diversity pool. And in the space of all of this, I just want y'all to think that when I gave you a lecture on explaining how the power dynamic was worked, that letter was time-stamped and dated as racist, as bigoted. They oust the first black woman chairman of the Democratic Party because they want more Latino focus. And they develop these meetings at your Chicago Urban League. Mm. Is anybody like okay, so I'm gonna say this. Can we just say that everybody can kick it till August 30th? And then so y'all could vote, y'all could kick it, y'all could drink, but like September 1st, can we please recognize it? Yeah, like it has happened. It has happened. It is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Any calls before I go?
Maze told y'all.
And y'all, the audacity of people to call me though this week.
I mean, but what else you gonna do when your back's against the wall?
Well, anyway. So you watch you say, please use lubricant. And then when you finish, send them back home. We gonna dust everybody off. We gonna dust everybody off. And we gonna say, we know you hurt. We know your feelings are. But the common denominator between everybody that's on the floor right now, no matter whether you was a special Negro last week or not, this week you are still a nigga. Come join us. Somebody said they want money. I ain't paying to say the clear people no more. And I think that for our listeners, especially our new our tuned in listeners, right? They they use the word, but they don't like for you to use the word because they don't want you to think of them like it. When we say they called you a nigger, that's a shock value because nobody wants to be racist. But if you think about all the people that were on this broadcast who were listening, y'all treated Robin Kelly just like a nigga. Like for all Dr. Kelly, for all of her respect, for all of her, what y'all call it, respectability, none of it mattered.
Yes, it did. Because she had the choice of lube or no lube. They don't give you, sometimes they don't give you the choice. But they gave her the choice. And that was the benevolence of the system.
So, on that note.
That was a lot.
It was.
That was deep.
I mean.
That's the benevolence. How you want it?
How do you want it? Well. What'd you say?
Wow, what a fitting song when you actually finish singing it. Coming up as a nigga in the cash game, like it's like coming up in politics. That's wow.
Look, he never knew the lyrics.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I did. I just can't remember.
He'd be like, oh, that's what they really be saying.
Nah, I do have a remix for it though. If we played it, I probably, how do you want it? Cause I'd be, ooh yeah. You know, I got to give my Casey and JoJo on. All right, y'all. So it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Black Girl Magic.
Wow.
What?
The lyrics are just so fitting.
Go ahead, read them if you want to.
How do you want it? How does it feel? I can't.
Go ahead.
We need one of them.
Coming up as a nigga in the cash game.
In the politics.
Living in the fast lane. How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in the cash game, living in the fast lane. I'm for real. Politics is life. Wealth is legislated. Maze told us that.
OJ. You still OJ. Like all of that, been around the world, back to Washington, D.C., be with the president. Didn't I see them taking selfies with the... Here go the crazy part. They was taking selfies with the president, and remember all the Illinois people, and they was like, come on, jump. Less than 30 days later.
Let me cape for her. She gonna bounce back because
she just threw it, y'all. She gonna bounce right on to Washington, D.C. and be like, y'all can have that.
Oh, goodness.
Maybe that was her dream all along, was to be there, you know, her dream all along.
She's already been there. She's nah, Riis. See,
she's already
look
there.
at black people be making excuses. There you go. Flawed canvas.
She gonna be all right.
What's she gonna do? Bounce back and beat her what?
She gonna let me tell you what Robin Kelly gonna do.
She gonna get a committee.
Because right now she mad, so she gonna lay low, and she gonna use her congressional powers
to run against Tony Preckwinkle.
You think she that mad?
Yeah, I think she got to keep raising that money every 2 years. Tony Preckwinkle about 80.
I'm glad she ain't take the little provision they was trying to give her with that position though. You sure she ain't take it?
Yeah, but she needed to walk. She should have made them vote. That's like you could take that like to make them vote. Mm-hmm. Stand on it. Like this how they do me. Stand on it. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody gonna give me no pass. No, we need you. Declare your loyalty. Nah, I don't want
Ain't no fence riding.
Right. I don't want JB to know I could still get on the team. They hiring. They gotta hire a whole new staff. Let's see what it look like. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So I am your host, Maze Jackson. For Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can You got anything for him, Ruthie, before I go? I know you want to say something.
No, I'm good. I've been acting off the rails these last few minutes.
Okay. Riis, you got anything else you want to say to the people? All right. So for Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Still OJ. Like, I just need to one more time. How y'all gonna let the white people claim racism, then be mad when they do it to you? You can't let white people call you a racist because we had conquered that. We conquered that. We can't be racist. Y'all done opened up the door and let them in, and now you want to cry. Like, you are not special, Negro. Y'all running around here thinking that you got the special factor because what? When it comes down, as I have told you on numerous occasions, if they have to make a choice and it's you versus them, you are going to lose. We will find a way to make an excuse for them. They will be like, don't tell nobody I was with you for real. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Riis, and Ruthie. I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, where every day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, and you should have brought out no Vaseline. Go ahead, you can do it one more time. Like, damn it. Go ahead, Riis, get it. Yeah, you gonna eat your
I want to do it like Maze said. You gonna eat your cornbread.
No parts of your cornbread. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back tomorrow, y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. Sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.